Sorry for a second there. Anyway, very tipsy to everybody. It's been a while since we played any Shadowverse. I'm kind of excited to get back into the card game experience for the late night Wispy stream. Now that we've sadly finished Death Stranding, we have no choice. No choice now but to play new things. Rip, how's it going, Rip? Just want to collect all my stuff here. There we go. Wait a minute. Oh, whoops. I completely forgot to ever do the Grand Prix for this one. I've been way behind in all of my card game stuff. How's it going, Rip? We're gonna do some Magic the Gathering Arena and some Shadowverse today. There was a mini expansion for Shadowverse, which I didn't really get any of the new cards for, but I might take a quick peek at them and see if there's anything I'm interested in. Tofu, how is it going, Tofu? Also, I do have 8 booster packs here. Let's go ahead and open 8 booster packs and see if we can get lucky and get some of the new cards. That's right, Wispy Card Games. I'm doing pretty good. Absolutely nothing exciting. I saw Frozen 2 today. Surprisingly good movie. I pull a leader, you're leaving? Come on. I mean, I don't want you to leave, but I do like leaders. I don't think I'm gonna get even a single legendary. But we'll see if we get lucky. Whoa, never mind, we got legendary. Not a leader, though. Just Yuzuki, the Righteous Demon. So we can accelerate to destroy a follower of 4 defense or less and deal 2 defense to our leader, 2 damage. Or if we play her as a normal 7-drop, destroy 2 enemy followers if vengeance is not active, or leader the following effect. At the start of your next turn, recover 2 less play points. So obviously we're not playing it for the stats, but for removal, not terrible. 2 for 7 is decent removal. It wasn't random, right? No, I could choose. Alright, that's pretty good. Not that anyone lasts until turn 7 these days. In Stormverse. I'm bitter about how much storm there is in this game right now. Alright, that's not a new card. I haven't put together any of the new cards in this. Krios, how's it going, buddy? Yes, be bitter. I'm glad my bitterness sustains you. You're gonna love the stupid thing I'm working on right now, but I won't spoil it. It'll be a surprise. For around a month from now, it'll probably go up. I'm pretty excited about it. We'll see if it works out. Big changes to the YouTube experience for Shake the Box. Alright. Well, as always, if anyone wants to play with me, I love doing matches with chat. I might even, if no one wants to play with me, just for a little while, do some of the story. Which I know is unorthodox here, but they did, at some point, add her chapter. I haven't done it. And we also have the newest stuff over here, Seeds of Conflict. Haven't even started this. Haven't touched this game since the last Shadowverse Gypsy. I'm not that much better, to be honest. I really haven't been playing very much. I stopped playing Hearthstone because I was fed up with Blizzard and them as a company. And Shadowverse, I got kind of tired of the meta, so I was taking a bit of a break. But a month from now, the new expansion drops, so it'll be a whole new game, hopefully, and maybe I'll get back into it. So I'm excited to play a lot of Arena tonight and see how I like that game. Because I haven't touched that since early beta. So right now I'm kind of just floundering for card games. Which is fine, you know? No one needs this kind of addiction in their life. And I am curious about what kind of stuff was added. Gold and legendaries. I got a new one of her. Like, if there's something super exciting in here, I might... Oh, this flower can't be targeted by enemy spells and effects, can be evolved using evolution points. Oh. Oh geez, no thank you. Aerith, how's it going, buddy? I'm just looking at some of the new stuff that was added to the game. Oh, Tsubaki is back. It's a 3-drop now. Started a new run in Soul Silver. Not bad. Wish Wielder. I have a couple of animated cards I could smelt down, and a decent chunk of gemmies, but honestly, as far as making new cards is concerned, I'm probably leaning toward waiting for the next expansion and really diving into that one. Alright, that's pretty fun. I do kind of want a Tyrannosaurus. Oh geez, all enemies, that includes the leader. Well, I'm sure Dragoncraft is pretty buffed right now. Legendary Skeleton 1/1. Early drop legendaries can be very powerful, but I don't think it's worth spending the gems for you. The dust. Primal Giant Lego. Are you talking about the physical effect? Alright, I'll take a look at it. I'm trying not to, like, get myself in there. Oh, you're right. You know what, for reading cards, we might need to, I'll come back. When we're playing, I'll return. You haven't played this game in 2 eternities? You're not alone. Alright. We're looking for the Primal Giant here. What's Forestcraft? So for 1, we can heal for 4, which is pretty good. Healing is always pretty nice. Fanfare. Randomly summon copies of all allied Forestcraft followers of different costs, excluding Primal Giant. Destroy during the match until your area is full. When this follower leaves play, randomly summon copies of allied Forestcraft followers of different costs. Destroy in these matches until your area is full. Jesus. That is awesome. Problem, of course, being it's a 9-drop, and I am having trouble having games last past turn 9. And it's a ward. Oh boy. Is that just the evolve? No, it's both. 9 cost, 7/7 ward that double fills the board is absurd value. Assuming you can get some, like, good pulls from it. Problem is, I'm worried you'll get, like, a fairy and a fairy whisperer and, like, just all of your weakest stuff. But if you build for it, you could probably do something really interesting with this. I don't really like the mini expansions that much. They come out a month before the next expansion, so it never feels like it has the chance to really do anything worthwhile. A rare Western Japan game, mostly because there are very few people in Kyushu. Oh, is this actually developed in Kyushu? Oop, oop, I'm back. Hello. Anyway, I did make a couple of decks not too long ago. We'll just mess around a little bit. Stormhaven's boring, Deltarune's fun. I haven't really done much with my Primo Kami deck. Like, I opened a bunch of Primo Kamis and a couple of Miracle of Love, so I crafted the last 2 copies I needed for a set. And I haven't really played this deck yet. I'd be curious to see how it performs. So let's just tool around with that a little bit. I didn't know. That's cool. It's always fun seeing how popular Shadowverse is over there. Every time I go to a Don Quixote, I find a cookie set for this game. I have a nice pin set as well. I apologize, Tofu, but I did get this leader last time I was opening cards. Didn't do it on purpose, though. Alright, that's very good. Luxglaive gets cheaper as minions die, so holding that in our hand early means we'll have it as a 0-drop later on. Hey, you said if I open one. I didn't open one, I already had it. Got Burn Rune? Haven't seen Burn Rune in a million years. Excuse me. It was a warmer day today, which means allergies for some reason. I really like this card. We're like swarming the board with fairies. It does good work. And the double Luxglaive is gonna be very nice. Go ahead and start drawing some cards and getting our 3 trees growing. Ideally, we want to have 2 fairies in hand soon. We can get at least 1 here if we play our cards right. And the reason for that is Latika will give us the power to deal 4 damage to a follower if we have 2 fairies in hand. You got the first tome of Little Witch Academia for your brother? Awesome! I do love Little Witch Academia. Alright, at least 2 other cards are played. In that case, let's play a great tree. And a couple of pair of pants for you. Hey, sometimes you just need pants, right? Of course, doing this just to get fairies. And I don't want to burn a card, so we're just gonna throw this away. God damn it. Forgot about her dumb thing. Alright, well, we're burning a card. What are you gonna do? It's alright. Having 2 of those is nice. Oh, you got your cereal? What kind of cereal are you eating? I'm happy that Earthcraft Rune is back. I do like Rune. Oh, boo. Boo. Well, that's a bummer. Transform an enemy follower or amulet into a click. Oh, the last word is summon a witch's cauldron. Oh, whatever, you can have a witch's cauldron. Don't want to play Latika yet. I want to save that for a nice double trade. Just pants for you. Well then. Barry. Barry. Here's one of our Luxglaives. The reasoning for this, of course, being if they can't remove all of my things, I'll be able to play Omnis for turn 7 get back 2 of our fairies, ideally, and have a nice turn. When you played, there was Ding Dong Ding Dong. She stole a card, don't worry. She's in here. Damn it. Of course, it's the one I didn't want to lose. Interesting. Alright, well that's fine. Bounce back these. I should have attacked with them, I'm an idiot. Oh, we just lost it. 2 damage, but that's okay. Excuse me. Am I in any way a fighting game fan? Yes, I am. Oh, thank you, Rip. I enjoy fighting games. I'm not like super competitive, but I rather enjoy playing them just for fun. Three mana remaining. I have not actually watched any of that. It was insane, we're gonna have to check it out. I am very happy with this. Alright, that's not bad. All top 20? Alright, I'll have to check it out. I think this deck works pretty good. Greatest names in Tekken in a single place. That tends to happen when they have those tournaments. Guys, you didn't tell me what kind of cereal you're eating. Is it Cookie Crisp? Is it Fruit Loops? I need to know. Desert Pathfinder is a great card to have in our opening hand. I love Latica, but I'd rather get some Lux Glaives. You know what? Hold on, these two. You wish it was Cookie Crisp? Cookie Crisp is great, right? Oh, they announced 2 new characters? Cool. It's fun when they do announcements during this. Okay, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is delicious. I've grown to hate League of Legends. I've never been a particular fan of League of Legends, but I also don't care for MOBAs in general. Like I don't like Dota, don't like League of Legends. They're not really games for me. Got one of those circular ice cubes. I'm so in love with it. If you're wondering why I have one of these circular ice cubes, I'm making a Christmas ornament for my mother for Christmas, and I needed a spherical mold, and it came with extras, so I was like, fuck it man, I'm gonna be cool and have circular ice cubes. I'm gonna hold on to Fairy Circle. So far we have a very, very mirror match thing going on. Alright, we're differentiating here. I did not actually leave any of those in my deck. For exactly this reason, by the way. So you never actually got any healing benefits off of it. Alright, I have an evolve. And hold on to Alchemical Confectioner. You actually can choose the language that the cards will speak. They have dialogue recorded for a decent variety, actually. I tend to use Japanese, but I could switch to English if people prefer. I actually play with English on my laptop and Japanese on my desktop. That way I could hear the different versions. Voice acting for the English version is actually very nice, but the Japanese version tends to use voice actors that are from things I recognize, so it's fun for me to be like, oh my god, that's a voice from an anime I watch. Like, Anakin is out. She's in here, she has a leader voice and several cards, so it's always exciting to find her. Well, I certainly wish I had my Latica. That would have been fun for me. Not something you remember? It's definitely the Japanese version that does that. Alright, I'm definitely not getting my Latica, but... we do need to get rid of that 6-4. That's good enough for me. Shiva, oh no. That kind of puts a time limit on this one. I actually really like the English voice acting for Verdant Conflict, and also for the previous chapter. They made some good choices with what the characters say. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. PSN has a big sale going on. You got the old school King of Fighter games. Nice. Yeah, I picked up Devil May Cry 5. It was $20. I couldn't say no to that. Could be your friend silly but capable to fight on easy. There's a big difference between humans and CPU opponents, in my opinion. I tend to find playing against other people to be easier, but then again, they're not like hardcore fighting game people. I tend to roll with a pretty casual fighting game crowd. I'd rather save that for turn 8 and get some buffs on it. Let's see. I'm gonna mill a card, but I can't really not do it. This gives me too much of a board presence. Is this Hentai Hearthstone? This is Shadowverse, and you could play it on your phone or on your computer. It is a mobile game, as well as a PC game. And it's free to play, one of the most generous card games I've experienced. Really? Didn't go for the evolve. Interesting. Well, that's gonna come back to bite him, I think. Alright, step 1. Let me think here. I could do another 4 or 6 damage if I wanted to. Might be better to go for Miracle here. I could board clear and have a ward up. Ah, screw it. I'm going for another Omnis. Damn. Alright, we're 2 for 2. I think this deck is pretty good. What other nonsense do I have here? We've got Roach, Evo Storm, Evo Forest. Interstate the Heck is fun but terrible. Let's do one more Okami. You can get to high level online in Tekken 7, you'll do what you can to bring him to EVO. Go for it. The only fighting game you've played on a somewhat regular basis is Smash Brothers. When you were in college, you would whoop everyone in your dorm's asses in Injustice. And Pandora played a lot of Injustice too, but after the game deleted his green tokens, he said fuck it. I have only kind of peeked at the spoilers for the next set, but tell me some of the ridiculous stuff you've seen. Because I do not mind spoilers for upcoming sets. I happily look that up all the time. I just haven't gotten around to it this time. So tell me, what's some of the wild stuff we could expect? I do want to play the newer Soul Calibur. That was in the last Humble Bundle, so I have it. I'll play that at some point. You like the mechanics of fighting games? That's me. I tend to enjoy the mechanics. And for Japanese, like, cell animated fighting games, I love the animation. Like, I really love Blast Blue. I really like Guilty Gear. Skullgirls is an American-made game, but I love Skullgirls. Alright, definitely gonna hold on to Desert Pathfinder. This is a great card. You know what? I'm holding on to all three of these. The most ridiculous so far is the Haven. It's a legendary 6-play point that gives your leader an effect whenever an allied follower with a ward is attacked. Deal 2 damage to me. Oh my fucking god. I am all about that. I will build a deck around just dumb ward in Haven. And that synergizes with Alana Haven, because she's a ward card. That is busted. I am excited to see. You know, I'm actually really happy about that, because that's essentially... that is a response to the fact that the past 2 sets have been absolutely loaded with Storm. Like, every deck is a Storm finishing deck right now, which for a control player like me has been utterly atrocious. So I'm very excited for a ward-heavy experience for a change. A neutral 5-play point that gives everything on your side ward, and a 2-play point that gives +1/+1 to a ward follower and deals damage to an enemy follower. That sounds awesome. I am into this. I will make a Haven ward deck and I will be happy about it. And it might also be an Alana deck because, I mean, why not, right? Alright, Levin Saber's gonna be a bitch and a half. You know what? Sure. Yeah. No, I think, based on what you're telling me, Haven is sounding very nice in the next expansion. I will hopefully get a couple of free evolves later on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and evolve now. Hopefully this will force them to use an evolve to get rid of my 4-3. And there's the evolve I was looking for. Yeah, ideally I'll force another evolve out of them. Let's see. I could do this with the amount I have. Yeah, You have no idea what's going on, but it looks great. That's the problem with card games. If you haven't seen them before, it is utterly incomprehensible. But if you have questions, if you ask me, I will tell you everything you want to know. We can do this as a slightly beginner-friendly Shadowverse stream. There is in fact an anime in the works for this game, so there will be a Shadowverse anime. There's also a manga currently in print. Yeah, it's gonna be a Yu-Gi-Oh style one. I was very disappointed when I heard that, because the game has a relatively engaging story. I like playing the single-player story mode in this quite a bit, so I was a little bit bummed that it wasn't going to be using the plot of the game at all. That's what I wanted. I wanted that good Okami. Was Grand Blue canon Shadowverse or just kind of a guest expansion? I believe that it is its own little thing. Oh, damn it. I didn't realize she was gonna come out because I'm a dummy. Let's see, definitely want to kill him. Yeah. Yeah, side games are responsible for both of those. They also are the studio that made the Pretty Derby show, so I'm still patiently waiting for Pretty Derby cards to show up. Is it gonna be more of a screw the rules and everyone cheats? I mean, we don't know. I'm excited to find out. It'll be very interesting to see what kind of show the Shadowverse anime ends up being. Eager Elf really threw a wrench in my plans here. Not too happy about that. Oh, that's right, the Princess Connect crossover is gonna be a major part of the next set. Weird. Well, I'm sad to lose the Blossom Spirit, but what are you gonna do? That's not bad. 2, 3, 4. And get rid of that 5-4. Alright, as long as 2 of these survive, we have a nice ominous play next turn. By the way, Bandai Namco does stuff. Street Fighter, Witcher are in the same world as Nier. That's one of those, like, alright, it's fun, but like, probably not any kind of canon there. Hope they'll have the Attack the Moon moment. Yeah, like I said, I'm very excited to see what they do going forward with this anime. I also have never actually seen a real episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I know I'm a monster. Much better, much better. See, now they're the people milling cards. Much better. And ideally, we could just keep on bouncing an Omnis back and keep the Omnis train rolling. God, I hate you. I hate you so much, Albert. Monster. Oh boy. Alright, that's rough. That's rough. Alright, Omnis is not quite the direction we want to go right now. What's our best bet? Definitely need to start removing some of these problems. Of a warded Bane, but that's not going to help us. It's 8 damage. 9, 10, 11, 12 damage. Is our storm minion going to be here? That'll be another 5 damage, huh? 4, 5, 6, 7. Best I could do is just another... either another 4 damage or another 5 damage. I can't kill him. Yeah, we're kind of screwed here. 1, 2, 6 is 8. Nope, I can't pair it in there. Fuck. Oh, that keeps me alive. Not looking too good. Isn't someone fancy? Got off a Yu-Gi-Oh! And it stopped being about big beaters? That sounds very dirty for someone like me who, again, never saw the Yu-Gi-Oh! Show besides Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I'll just keep on messing around with this Okami deck and see what it's all about. And yeah, I have to pretty much decide. I'm gonna save my vials for the next expansion. And then if I really want anything from the mini expansion that just happened, I could always go back and craft it later. You have some friends who still play. Once in a blue moon, you borrow a deck and you have no clue what you're doing. That's fun. It's gotten crazy with the one-turn kills. Every card game goes through an OTK experience for at least a little while. Well, that's the Blossom Spirit. Well, that's kind of a bummer. If we can get just any Natura tree, double Blossom Spirit can be pretty fun. They just get stronger and stronger effects. Yeah, power creep is a real fact of life. You have 13,000 rupees waiting? Very nice. I have can't remember if it was 33,000 or just 3,300. I think it's 33,000 right now. Oh boy. I need that tree, goddammit, I need that tree. That's what I'm talking about. I'll give him a +1/+1 bird, huh? What we got here? Right now it's all about combos in Yu-Gi-Oh! I do like combos quite a bit. You have 90,000 files saved up as well? Nice. I mean, part of winning in a card game is luck, you know? It is, did you draw the right things at the right time? Double Blossom Spirit would be nice, but I would really like to remove more than one thing. Yeah, I grew up on Magic the Gathering, so I feel you. That hamster is adorable. I'm going to kill it. I seem like a person who would like Pendulum Magicians. I've been told that I would probably like Yu-Gi-Oh! If I got into it. Maybe one day. You haven't touched the game in months, they only give you 5 free card packs. Garbage game on install. Technically, you got 6 free card packs, depending on... Oh no, you got a free... You got a card back instead. Depending on the type of day of the week, you got more. Sorry, the hamster had to go. Here's a problem. We have a lot of problems, in fact. These are getting kind of dark. Can I get Eager Elf out there? 1, 2, 3. Oh. I need to start building a board is the problem. 3, 4, 5, 7 attack is too much. Yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle. Although they only have 2 cards left. But if that's any amount of direct damage, we're fucked. Risk it. Risk it for the biscuit. Let's see. We can do double removal, or we could build a pretty big fuck-off board. Now we need a ward. We really need some ward out there. Screw it. Gotta make the risky play. Early on, you could make a deck having a theme wasn't a requirement. Oh, we were screwed regardless. You did the math, having more cards, you have a better odds of drawing the card you need in Magic the Gathering. That's because Magic the Gathering, you could have 4 of any card in your deck, 4 copies of cards. So even though it's a 60-card deck, you still have decent odds because there's 4 copies of everything in there. Whereas Shadowverse, it's 3 copies per deck. But it's only a 40-card deck. I feel like the odds might even out in your favor. Hearthstone's the really messed up one because you can only have 1 copy of a legendary, so you're usually like, come on, is it at the bottom of the deck? And yes, it's at the bottom of the deck, you're never gonna fucking see it. Now let's play something stupid. This is a stupid deck, let's play this deck. with 5 or 6 sub-branches to the deck. That's ridiculous. Elemental Heroes is the best archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. These are the facts. To which Aerith says, I agree, even if it ruined the sideboards. Spherical ice cubes are awesome. Believing the heart of the cards is more of a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sorry, in Magic the Gathering than in Yu-Gi-Oh! The heart of the cards is in every card game. Every card game with draw that you don't control. That's heart of the cards right there. That's Bloodcraft, you know what? Holding on to both Manifest Malices. My big disappointment with Magic the Gathering Arena is I would love to recreate some of my favorite decks, but my favorite decks all exist in sets that are no longer played. Like the initial Return to Ravnica expansion with Corpse Jack. You can make such a stupid deck where your Corpse Jack could be literally several 100,000 attack by several 100,000 defense, and then you could blow up your Corpse Jack, making several 100,000 2/2 wolves. And it was the greatest experience in my happy Magic the Gathering life. And I can't do that anymore. Makes me sad. Man, I should really get a Yu-Gi-Oh game and learn Yu-Gi-Oh so I could understand chat sometimes when we play card games. I hear that the newest game that was released on Steam is actually a pretty good time. You seem to like that game. So we want to play this after 10 people have died. Gotta keep that in mind. You also don't understand Yu-Gi-Oh! Rip. We're together in this. There was a game that came on Steam a couple of years ago that made you play all of the anime's important fights. That might be interesting. Again, I haven't seen the anime, but I have seen a number of episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, which is a very fun and stupid experience. He's contemplating that evolve. He didn't go for it. Let's see if we draw anything fun. Well, that'll be nice for later, I guess. Oh, DS exclusives? Yeah, that's no good for me. I mean, I could play them, but I wouldn't be able to stream them. I guess we could emulate them. I mean, we could use a special proprietary cable that my Uncle Jeff developed that would let us play that on stream. Would not be an emulation, because that's a no-no. A rule that no one follows and no one cares about. But I love making jokes about it. There's my boy. I might want to throw some Phantasmal Cores out there soon. We're gonna need some shadows. Oh yeah, I mean, technically emulation is against the terms of service of Twitch, but that is a rule that no one gives a shit about. I mean, come on, like, some pretty big streamers do exclusively stuff that is emulated. We've done 3 yet? Of course, there's only been 2. Why wouldn't there have been any number other than 2. Near the shadows. Alright, one more and we have the good times. Only the last 3 of the last 4 games are obtainable. Yeah, that tends to be the case, right? And there are things that only exist as ROMs at this point. Hey, I don't win by doing damage to your face with my minions, so feel free. This party started. Not active yet, but it will be next turn. They streamed the manga series? I would have won if you didn't play cards. I suppose that's true. Had they not played cards. Alright, that's actually kind of a problem. But I think we can... Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Think that's playable on Tabletop Simulator? Ooh. Think this'll do it. Oh yeah, okay. God, I love this stupid deck. Oh god, fingers crossed. Oh. Fucking random chance right there. So, that card gets a buff for every evolution you had, but it's random what buff you have. That could have been a 16 attack minion that didn't have Storm and would have had Ward instead. We would have won. But unfortunately, it got Storm. That's a bummer. I do love this deck. It's so dumb. You love watching the Twitch Presents streams for those? Really do want to try Tabletop Simulator at some point. Oh, you never saw Power Rangers before Twitch streamed all of Power Rangers? If you ever want to have like a real weird time, you should check out watching watch the original Dino Rangers, the Japanese version of the Power Rangers. It's a fucking experience, man. It is an experience. One of the villains in the Japanese Dino Rangers that became the American Power Rangers is the Great Satan. Yep, Cerberus is my leader for this deck. In the spirit of this being a waifu-verse, all of my leaders are, of course, waifu material, except for the children, but one of them is a vampire. But still, we all know that. We all know what that means. When they did Wild Force, they were getting pretty edgy. I haven't seen much of the Power Rangers experience. Legacy of the Duelist. I wonder if that's the most recent one. Because again, folks really seem to enjoy one of the newer Shadowverse fucking Yu-Gi-Oh games. I'm drinking brandy, so things are getting pretty loopy here. Very aged brandy, by the way. When my grandfather died a few years ago, he left me a big old bottle of brandy. So every once in a while, I break out a glass. Usually around the time he died. Which was this week. There we go. Oh, I'll keep on digging here. You think the Red Ranger stabs someone with a katana? Yeah, that sounds more edgy than I remember Power Rangers being. The average Power Rangers episode used footage from 3 Japanese episodes. Yeah, and on top of that, they filmed using the costumes that they had flown over. So they would do some, some structural footage by filming the characters. What really blew my mind is as an adult I watched the Dino Rangers, the original Japanese version. And it turns out that the Yellow Ranger, who as we know in the American version is a girl, is a girl in the original version. In the Japanese version is a guy, and his name is actually Boy, which I thought was hilarious. It's like, wow, they didn't mean for it to be on the nose, but it's super on the nose. I just got a kick out of the fact that his name was Boy. Challenge me to waifu-verse after this. Waifu level creatures only. I will make a deck that is exclusively waifu tier artwork, and we'll have the waifu off. I'll need chat's help to help me choose the appropriately waifu-centric cards. We can do it. Alright, we'll build a special waifu deck after this. I mean, I'll say yes for the sake of having cards to use, because there are going to be not all that many to choose from otherwise. Actually, you can go either way. There's like a decent pool. Never mind all the scenes you can see Yellow Ranger's package. And also the Pink Ranger had like a skirt on her uniform that Yellow did not, which as a child bugged me. I was like, why are they not wearing the same stuff? You've evolved 0 times this match. Alright, well. For the sake of staying alive here. Oh boy. You had a Green Ranger toy as a kid? I had so many stupid Power Rangers toys. But then Jurassic Park happened, and instead of Power Rangers, I wanted Dino Damage toys. Yes, all the characters present in this game are 18 years or older. Even the character who is very clearly a child whose parents died. Things are getting kind of dicey here. Only had one more 1-drop.
雷鳴の化身ひらめけ落ちろ
Thank God. I mean, there is, again, I can't stress this enough, alcohol is in my brain now, so my memory's gone. So character names were the first thing to go. But the default Shadowcraft leader is, like, a 12-year-old girl whose parents died. One you remember started watching was Ninja Force. I only ever watched the Power Rangers, that first one. Never watched any of the others. I do every once in a while turn on a Sentai show from Japan, just because I think they are weird and fascinating. We have one hope here, and that is Special Cascade doing the right thing. I think it will. Actually, yes, we're guaranteed to be partially saved here. My, how the tables have turned. This is why I like this deck. If you could last until turn 9, which can admittedly be hard, you can almost always get at least one Path to Purgatory on the table on turn 9 sooner often. Like Hades is a turn 6 play, you can get the Path to Purgatory on the board, but having the 30 shadows can be hard by turn 6. You can usually pull it off if you try. If you get the right cards. At turn 9, you're guaranteed to have at least 30 shadows and one Path to Purgatory on the table. I think they have given up and left the game. Oh god, unless they have a turn 10 win here, now I can't get rid of one of my guys to get my second Path to Purgatory on the table. You bastard. Oh boy, if that's the case, I'm gonna be very, very sad. Tommy is away from keyboard again. Okay, it's gonna be random chance. No storm! Fuck yeah, alright. There we go. It's a deck that you have no hope against super aggressive decks, but against any deck that's even moderately slow, you can get Path to Purgatory rolling. This is my favorite of my stupid decks that I've made. I should probably take a look at some of the new cards and see if we can make this any better. I might want to get rid of Traveler's Respite, but it is nice to have so you can sometimes get Viridia Magna as a double evolve off of that. Like, I'm leaning a little bit into evolution mechanics in here, hence the inclusion of Kanakara here, but I feel like we might have better options now. Maybe lean away from the evolve mechanic and more into getting shadows faster, or just survivability, you know, maybe more death rattles, more heals. The mechanic of storm, charge, etc. is terrible in all modern card games. I fucking agree. Like, I don't mind it if it costs 10 play points, 10 mana. If it's like a super late game card, fine. You know what? That's like a nice finisher, it could be a nice combo piece. But a lot of the storm in the current meta is like turn 4 storm, turn 6 storm, turn 8 storm, and like the games are over before turn 10 in a lot of cases. And I know people like fast games, but I really like exploring all of the different nonsense the card game gives me, and there's a lot of fun, powerful, ridiculous cards that cost 9 and 10 mana that I want to play with. So I don't like fast meta, I like moderate meta or slow meta. The only time it doesn't feel shitty in a game is like Magic the Gathering, because you can do something about it. Magic the Gathering has always been weirdly well balanced, given how much of a card pool it has. And of course that all falls apart when you use the full card pool, because you can make some really fucked up and broken stuff if you do like all cards are legal. Like I've made a deck before that was just every time someone takes damage I heal, and every time I heal they take damage. So once you have those enchantments in play, you just have to deal 1 point of damage anywhere, including to yourself. And it's just an infinite pool of damage that murders a player. So you just build an engine and win, which is dumb. We just played Mario Party 4 for the first time in forever. Mario Party 4 is awesome. I love it. That sounds terrible. I mean, it's not great for like, I'm gonna play this deck all the time, but as a fun surprise and as like a fun exploration of mechanics, I think it's fun to do that stuff every once in a while. Like, I definitely do recommend, like, build a deck that makes everyone sad and angry. Build a deck that will surprise people, and just whip it out every once in a while. Like, I have a pacifist deck that does Door to Nothing, has Arcurious Electorate in there, where you have to filibuster for 4 turns to win. It has, oh, it's Azorius Electorate, and it has, what's the clan that does all of the evolution stuff? As the Grand Evolutionist, where if you get 4 of them and play, you win the game. It's basically a deck where all of the win mechanics are non-aggressive win mechanics, and Door to Nothingness, select player loses. Simic, it's Simic's Grand Bio-Evolutionist, I think his name is. It's just a deck filled with every single pacifist win condition I could find. It's a 5-color deck, it's stupid, and I love to play it just like every once in a while. Alright, we're gonna make a deck because Krios has challenged us to a waifu off. We have to make a deck that is made exclusively of waifu tier cards. So that means no penises allowed unless those penises are attached to an attractive lady. Let's do it. Guess I'll go unlimited. Krios, you doing this as an unlimited deck, or are you doing this as a rotation deck? I just need to know that one question. I've only ever played Turbo Fog deck against any given opponent once. Are we talking Fog Bank, the minion that can never die? Unlimited, perfect. It's a bigger card pool. Alright, so first up is... who of the leaders is my favorite? I could also change leaders. I have many, many alternate leaders here. I'm gonna go Shadowverse. Cerberus is a pretty fun one. You wanted blue hair? So you want me to be a Portalcraft deck? We could do that. Play Fog every turn, counter direct damage, and beast within any enchantment or planeswalker. Oh boy. Oh, you want this blue hair character, so that's Dragoncraft. Dragoncraft has some pretty cards. Alright, so again, only pretty cards allowed. Let's start with our expensive stuff and move down. So Zoe's a good choice. Dragons, unfortunately, are not pretty ladies. Oh boy, I didn't realize how rough this would be. Dragoncraft doesn't have all that much. Yeah. Actually, I think that's not quite synergistic enough with the kind of stuff we're going to be using. Oh, we might be able to make Yonelise work. How much money have I put into this game? This much money. That's what I like about Shadowverse. You can have a robust collection without ever spending a cent. Actually, I have put $10 into this game, and that's because I really like them. Like, around the meta of 9 to 10 months ago, I was really in love with the meta, and I wanted to support the developers in some way instead of just playing for free, so I did put $10 in there. But that $10 got me, like, I used it for, like, leaders and sleeves and stuff, so no cards out of that one. It's actually very possible to make decent decks and be competitive without ever spending money in Shadowverse. If you log in once a day, they give you golds, and every 5 days you get a deck. Sorry, not a deck, you get a booster pack. They have events that happen that give you extra booster packs. Yeah, man, like, I'll turn the game off and restart the game. Oh no, I've already done the login stuff. Point being, there's login bonuses, they do special event bonuses, they give you a lot of booster cards, they give you a lot of golds. It's easy to play the game for free. Right now, I'm just, anytime I see a pretty face, I put it in the deck, and we'll worry about how to make it into a deck afterwards. We're getting close to when I'm gonna have to start pruning the deck down a little bit. Alright, we're definitely in pruning category here. Oh, fuck that, we're not gonna be in that direction at all. This is gonna be a trash tier deck. It's gonna be amazing. You wanna join the waifu off, Tofu? Make yourself a waifu deck and we'll have ourselves a little mini tournament of only waifu tier decks. Best Girl is the sister from No Game, No Life. I'm with you, I really like No Game, No Life. I just wish they would make a second season already. It's been like a million years. And the movie's good, but the movie is like unrelated to the show in a lot of ways. Alright, I'm gonna start dishing a few people here. Need to make room. Alright, you're fine. Israfel's a good one-off. Neptune's really pretty. She should stay. Mitra. Meh. Rhea, if you've watched Mystery and Friends, you know she is the perfect best girl. She's great. Livia's pretty. Forte's nice. Soothing Harpist will never work. Get rid of you. Gabriel. Our work's not that great. A lot of temporary cards in here. Draw is nice. I love Halbindi. Ramp is nice. Get our good shell run. Shining Bell Ringer for the Ding Dong Ding Dong. Best Girl, New Game, New Life is Steph. Steph is great. All the characters are good. They said No Game, No Life isn't an anime. That's confusing because it was an anime. Like, even if the author is not Japanese, it's still in the anime style, put out by a Japanese animation studio, animated by Japanese animators. Like, even if the author isn't Japanese, because what about director of Cowboy Bebop? You're not. I know you're not thinking it. You said some other person said it, but it's such an outrageous claim that I have to respond to it. The director of Cowboy Bebop is making the. They already made the short for. Come on, brain. It's not that much alcohol. Oh my god. Blade Runner. The Blade Runner short that came out before 2048 or whatever the fuck it's called. Like, that's clearly inspired by a Western source. It's a Western source. And now the anime is being developed. Like, it's gonna be an anime even though it's based on a short story by an American author that got turned into an American series of movies. Anyway, people are just stupid. That's my reasoning. Oh, thank God for Saber, giving me a spell for a change. And Rose is good. I mean, Hams is probably a waifu, right? Oh, Moon and Sun, that's good waifu tier stuff. And of course, White Frost Dragon Newt is good. Gotta start ditching more stuff. Israfel, Neptune. I'm gonna get rid of Fort. Even though she's pretty, I don't really like her too much. She's a great card, but she's Storm Finisher, and we're not here for that. We're here for garbage. Okay, no Erd. You. You're adorable. You're adorable. It's an anime if it's the studio in Japan. I mean, everyone's gonna be. Oh, you made a waifu puppets deck? Perfect, perfect. It looks anime, it's anime camp. It's one of those common conversations that always gets messy because Avatar is made in the anime style, but the studio is Western and the source material is Western. Like, everything is Western about it, but it looks like anime. Call that anime? I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not willing to have an argument about it because I don't care that much. Like, people get really up in arms about this kind of stuff. It's weird. About Strike. Oh, definitely want to keep you. Albindi, Waterworm. Alright, last go around for anything that we feel like needs to make the cut. We have the gold version of her, so I feel okay there. Unica is adorable, but unnecessary. See, if I was going for like personal favorites, I wouldn't have chosen Dragoncraft, but there was a request for this particular leader, so we're making do. God, this is such a bad deck. Like, almost all of the cards are 5 cost or 3 cost. Nyx is very pretty, but Sky Dragon's pretty. Oh, actually, I still need to lose a card. You know what? We're just gonna roll with this. Here's our terrible waifu deck. You're excited to try this deck out? Perfect. Oh my god. My microphone is like touching my keyboard, because I never anticipate using the keyboard for card game nights. All the good waifus are odd. If only we had even an odd synergistic things in this. And obviously we need to have a good, compatible... Fuck you, I hate you so much. I love the melancholy of Furuhi Suzuyama. Again, can't stress enough. Kinda tipsy. But I hate the character of Furuhi. Absolutely despise her. Everyone's third favorite waifu from this show. Why don't I like her? I don't like her because her entire character is like self-absorbed and selfish and petty and mean. Like, I understand that the whole point is she's supposed to grow as a character, but she doesn't over the course of the show. She remains just as, like, awful. So many episodes open with her just being mean to other characters because she's jealous. Whereas the supporting characters are fantastic. Like, I really rather enjoy the disappearance of Haruhi Suzuyama. I think that movie is fantastic because she's not in it. You know what? Because it's December and Vanya is one of my favorites, we're gonna go with Vanya for the waifu cover art there. Alright, let's do this. Yes, Nagato Yuki. Yuki is the best character in that show by far. Unlimited, single match. People can spectate. Allow guild members to watch. Create the match. Let's do this. Like, there's an episode where she gets jealous of... I forgot the other character's name. The shy lady who is, you know, secretly working for an alien organization. And just, like, makes her cry. She's so mean. And I was just like, I hate this character so much. The room code is 49580. First one in gets to be the first opponent in the waifu wars. It's Krios. Oh, you're writing an essay? I feel your pain. The other guy from the show and Kian, yeah, all the other characters are great. You just rewatched the first few episodes recently. You had forgotten how much of a bitch she was. She is awful. I hate her so much. I think it's a shame because, like, the supporting cast is pretty goddamn awesome, and of course, it's a fabulously well-animated show. There's a lot to like about it, except for her, and the fact that Season 2 has 8 episodes that are nearly identical to each other. What genre is this? I would say it falls into drama slash... It's like sci-fi drama with a little dash of slice of life in there. The plot of the show is the main character is told that a particular character in the school is actually God, but she doesn't know it, and they have to keep her happy. Right? You'd probably be a horrible person if everything you wanted happened. That's the thing, like, she's essentially a god, but she doesn't know it, so, like, things she desires happens. She causes, like, magical and mystical phenomena to occur. But she's also, like, isolated and eccentric, and she doesn't really have friends, so, like, it's kind of a show about a bunch of people being forced to be friends with this awful character, almost against their will. Book lover, how is it going? You're taking a break, hence why you're here. Nice. We're currently discussing various anime and playing card games while drinking brandy and having a good time. It's the SOS Brigade, yes. Slaves of Suzumiya Haruhi. Like, it's just, I don't care for that character. I think the show is phenomenal. It's, if I remember correctly, it's another Kyoto Animation show. I love everything Kyoto Animation's ever put out, with the exception of one particular show that a lot of people like that I don't. That's okay. You know, they're allowed to make a show that I don't like and other people do. You wish you could drink these essays away. Don't worry, one day you'll be able to drink your essays away. It's also one of the first hugely popular light novel adaptations. You know, that's true. Can we get your roommate's opinion on his favorite waifu? Let's see. The only roommate that really watches anime is Tom. I watch anime with him most nights. Let's see. What characters does he really like? In Konosuba, he enjoys Darkness. Darkness, I think, is his favorite character in Konosuba. And here's your ding-dong. I did promise you you'd have a ding-dong tonight. So he likes Darkness. He really likes all of the characters from Eurocamp, which I'm very excited is getting more shows. I love Eurocamp. The only waifu for you is Astrolfo? Hey, Astrolfo is hot. You got it, buddy. Good choice. You know where the alcohol is. Oh, book lover. That would certainly get me banned from Twitch if I told you to go and steal alcohol from your parents as an underage drinker. So I will not tell you to do that. I could certainly see the appeal of Astrolfo. I haven't actually watched that show yet. What is a waifu definition? Waifu is a very weeby term, but it basically refers to any female-presenting character from an anime that you think is attractive. That would be a waifu. A male equivalent would be a husbandu. Any handsome male-presenting character that you like. Doesn't have to be boobs. I like plenty of characters that are not particularly endowed. I'm actually part of the Flattest Justice Brigade. Oh my god, I'm going to ban myself from Twitch. Give me a second here. I apologize for this, I'm gonna ban myself right now. I've been drinking far too much. Yeah. It's what I deserve. Really? They don't treat Astrolfo as a woman in the anime? That's a bummer. I don't want to get into any kind of discussion on gender politics, but I'm a firm believer that if you identify as something, you should be treated as that thing. Very firm on that one. Like if you say, I identify as a woman, then goddammit people should use those pronouns for you. You should treat it in that way. That is my very firm belief. Not an overflow yet, but it will be soon. We are past turn 5. I mean, anime isn't great, you know. Is this the waifu card game? You know it. It's Shadowverse, baby. Like, some anime can be pretty good about it. Other anime are not so good about it. But Japan's catching up. When I was in Kyoto last, which was 4 months ago. 4 months ago in Kyoto, I was extremely drunk and watching TV. And we actually were watching a show that we didn't understand for a while, but we eventually picked up on what was going on. It was a show explaining to Japanese viewers what transgender people are, what you're supposed to do when you're around them. It was explaining like all of the LGBT like identities for Japanese viewers, because like the older population is completely disassociated and detached from that kind of stuff, and it was like a super educational and positive show, just explaining it using very like clear terms to the point where even I was like, I understand if like 5 or 6 of these words. So right now, Joe, it is me against Krios. So Krios is right here, and we are playing decks only consisting of attractive lady cards. It is a waifu deck off. So that is what you have walked into. Also, I have drank way too much brandy, and I am not in my full capacities at the moment. Also, I am not great at talking when I am tipsy. Yes, it's like basically it was a thing like, so you just realized the person you're talking to was born a boy but is currently a woman. Do not use the pronouns that you want to use the ones they're identifying as, because Japan has gendered pronouns baked into everything. So like, you gotta help them out a little bit, especially the older population. Ah, Astrolfo identifies as a man. Alright, in that case, the show was doing fine, I suppose. I want to... This is what I want to do. Fortunately, I have trouble singing while whispering. Are the green, blue, and red numbers the only important thing? No extra effects on the cards. So, I will do a quick drunk breakdown of how this game works. So, the 3 numbers here. Green is how much the card costs. It subtracts from this number over here. These little orbs are a handy dandy visual reminder of how many mana or play points you have. The blue number is how much attack the card has, how much damage it can do. And the red card is how much health that card has. I always thought the colors should be swapped, but at the very least it's shaped like a sword for attack, shaped like a shield for defense. And the additional effects, when you're sitting here like this, if something is glowing green, that means it's going to play as a normal card, no differences. If it's glowing yellow, like these cards, that means that they are meeting a condition of some kind. Sometimes that condition is play points, other times it's like number of cards played. Point being, it's doing something special. And then last but not least, if you click on a card, it will tell you all of the on-play effects for fanfare, or if it does something when it dies, which I do not believe. Oh, I do. It'll tell you the last word effects. So everything is handy-dandy. Click to find out what it does. Flavor text built into it. Very easy to learn game if you just hop in and like play 2 or 3 games. And now, because I know what the cards do because I play this stupid game too much, I will now play a bunch of cards in rapid succession. Tipsy karaoke is best karaoke. It's the whispering part that's hard. Ah, you didn't know that going into it? Well, Aerith, despite the fact that you didn't know, I can tell you that Strofo is super popular in Japan. I saw so many Strofo figures going for like 90, 100 ducks. That's a lot of ducks, man. But yeah, I saw a Strofo merchandise everywhere. Easily the most popular of the Type Moon characters I saw. So currently I have 15 hit points, which means that Krios is winning at the moment. Whoever goes to 0 health loses. Also, how's it going, Joe? Just give it a try, singing PP. Singing PP? What's PP? I know what like giggle PP is, but like it's an acronym for something, I'm sure. Have I read Purple Haze feedback before? I have not. Not sure what Purple Haze feedback is. It's going. Is that a good going or like an oh god, it's going? I would recover 2 play points, giving me 6 play points. You know what? Oh my god, no. That would give me 4 play points. Jesus Christ. Guess I can make this work. But let me remove some stuff. Not quite enough, though. I would stay alive. I can either take 10 damage or... Alternatively, I could take... 10 damage. You know what? No, it's 10 damage no matter what I do, isn't it? I saw the clock and figured stopping to see what I was playing. Tonight is card game extravaganza. We're doing Shadowverse, we're gonna do some more chat games, and then we're gonna switch over and do some Magic the Gathering Arena, where I believe Rip has some deck ready to go, or we're gonna play some Magic the Gathering. Music PP marks for quiet. Oh, and F marks for loud. So more F's to louder, more PP's to quiet. Well then, I'll sing you a song in a sing-songy voice, but it'll remain a whisper. See, I can't really like modulate my voice in whispers. I could sort of kind of sing while being in a loud voice. Good night, Joe. I love you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, huh? This is not Dragoncraft. This is not Dragoncraft. Yep. Well, Krios, you've won this round. Your waifus have overpowered my waifus. There's a sequel for Part 5 JoJo that I guess Right came in and did a light novel for the anniversary. Oh, interesting. Alright, if you show up tomorrow while I'm playing, I will do some terrible song for you. It'll be an improv nightmare, but I'll do it. It's a daytime stream, singing is easy peasy. Heck, Laser Lily often shows up and pastes song lyrics that she likes me to sing, so you're not alone in your request. Despite the fact that I cannot sing to save my life. Well played, Krios. Well played. Our waifus have won. I'd like to lay the blame firmly on Pandora Reactor's feet there, because they forced me to play Dragoncraft, but at least good craft. Alright, someone else has a deck, right? I think it's Tofu. Tofu has a deck ready to go. I'm sorry, Krios. I'm gonna kick you out to make room for Tofu. It's the first time you've ever won against me. I feel like you've won another game before. One of our take-twos. Alright, Tofu. Let's see this, this Robot Doll's waifu deck. Atelier, very nice name. It'll be fun to hear me sing. It's really not. I have no singing power. Put 0 points into my singing power. I could do the intro for Violent Pornography by System of a Down. I do like System of a Down. Although I was wildly underprepared for what kind of concert they put on. Like, mosh pits I had been in the past were pretty like casual mosh pits where people just kind of gently push each other around and they don't punch and kick each other. System of a Down, people were fucking going for teeth and blood. It was scary. I was not prepared for that mosh pit. I did know the Adelier's Friendship Workshop because I've played some of the Atelier games, which I rather enjoy, and of course, I'm reading the manga Witch Hat Atelier, which is a fantastic manga, highly recommend it. And that very popular Steam game from like, at this point, almost 10 years ago, that has Atelier in the title that I'm forgetting the name of. I was talking about different things that have Atelier in the title, and also that Tofu was going to steamroll me. And also I was blaming you for losing because you requested the blue-haired character, which is my Dragoncraft deck, and I am terrible with Dragoncraft. It is my worst craft by far. The only mosh pit you've been in was at a church camp and you got stepped on twice. I imagine a mosh pit at a church camp would probably be pretty tame. That's a safe mosh pit. My ideal mosh pit is I've seen Mindless Self-Indulgence in concert, I want to say 5 times. Please do not judge me for my music choices. And those mosh pits are super chill. Like, it's only pushing, it's no punching, no kicking. People help you up when you fall down. Oh, I wasn't expecting how extreme the mosh pit was for System of a Down when I went to one of their concerts. Like, people were out for blood. Like, it was one of those punching and kicking mosh pits. It was kind of scary. I mean, I also listen to a decent amount of K-pop and J-pop. I don't know any of their names because they're exclusively just random playlists I pick on YouTube. Most of my music I listen to is any music that Xketo puts out, because I really like Xketo's YouTube channel. They are one of my favorites. And of course, as you all know, I listen to a pretty decent amount of Vocaloid music, especially stuff in the Hatsune Miku family. I've seen Hatsune Miku in concert only once, but it was a very good show. And I have a massive, massive poster right in front of me of Hatsune Miku, which I will try and show you in the most terrible and failure way I can by taking a picture of it. Oh boy, we are very screwed here. I'll take my 3 lumps, thank you. You think it was tame, but you rocked the whole place because a bunch of high schoolers in a confined space hyped for Jesus and lots of pushing and shoving. See, that is actually, like, mosh pits come in a spectrum. The tame end is pushing. Pushing and shoving is tame mosh pit. The other end of the spectrum is people, like, actually trying to knock your teeth out, like punching and, like, flying kicks. Like, the hardcore end of mosh pit is people leave with, like, black eyes, missing teeth, broken hands. Like, Matty Matheson is a chef I rather enjoy, and he did a lot of hardcore shows when he was younger, and he was, like, going through how many teeth he lost in concerts, and he's like, yeah, almost all of my front teeth were lost in mosh pits. Oh yeah, no, pop music in English is very different from pop music in other countries. By far. It's already over. You have obliterated me already. There's very little I could do to turn this around. I am being obliterated, Chris. As I mentioned, not my best class, the Dragoncraft. Imagine a Rammstein mosh pit? No thank you. I don't want to die. Yeah, Portal is the right choice for a waifu deck. There's a lot of very powerful and synergistic cards you could do for a good old waifu Portal deck. I mean, this alone, Lashena is a great card. I love Lashena control decks. Just put us off in the background, book. Whenever you need a break, you can pop back in. I mean, Rammstein's great. I just imagine the shows are pretty rough. I believe in you, book lover. You can do this. You are the master of your own destiny when it comes to this particular essay. I can keep myself alive for one more turn, baby. Something went wrong. Oh, because it's a spell and not a minion. I fucked up. It needs to be played as a minion, not as a spell that generates a minion. Hey, that's an interaction I wasn't aware of, so we just learned something. Alright, I was gonna show you my very large Hatsune Miku poster I got over here. Well, good game. Tofu, you were right, you steamrolled me. Oh my god. Such a big poster. Good game, good game. That's most of the poster. Alright, you're missing some of it, but here's the bulk of it. That is the poster that's behind my computer. Good luck, book lover. You're easily distracted? Alright. You can minimize this, that's fair. Hatsune Miku, I mean, she is a virtual program given sentience, is the story. So I imagine she is however old she wants to be. How's it going, the Inquisition? Is that SV for Shadowverse? Is there anyone else that would like to play a private match before we play some of that arena? Nice. What are your thoughts on the current meta of Shadowverse Inquisition? A man was arrested for buying a doll of Hatsune Miku? That doesn't make any sense. You hate Haven? That's fair. It sounds like you're really going to hate Haven in the next expansion. Going by some of the leaks that I've been told about today. I cannot imagine why you'd be arrested for buying merchandise of her. Like, I assume you're talking sex doll, given that an arrest was involved. But even then, like, there are so many other things that are far more, like, clearly inappropriate. Whatever, people are weird. Technically she's 16? Really? Really? They have a virtual character that could be any age they want and they chose 16? They thought she was a child, apparently. I mean, I imagine it was a lump of silicone and rubbers molded into a shape, and therefore not an age whatsoever and just a mere product. But whatever, people are weird. I think it was in Canada or the UK. That would make more sense. That's not something I imagine someone would be arrested for in America. Certainly not in Japan, where they're actually producing it. This is a weird conversation. Anyway, anyone else for a private match before we switch over and do some arena? Ideally not with this terrible deck we put together. My current problem, just to follow up on my question for Inquisition with this meta, is I don't like that every goddamn deck has Storm in it, and everyone's trying to win by turn 7. It bugs me a little bit. I really enjoy some of the earlier metas of slightly longer games, with one or two like aggressive decks that you could build counters for. It's really hard to try and counter every class's various ways of doing storm damage. It's not even worth it. So I'm kind of excited for the nightmare that will be Wardhaven, given this new legendary. What does Storm do? Storm is, when you play it, it can immediately go face the same turn you play it. Usually card games are like a back and forth, you know? I play a card, you react to that card. Storm doesn't give the opponent a chance to react, you have to try and preempt them. And if you're trying to win the game, it's hard to defensively preempt all of the different versions of Storm that exist right now. Like, you have relatively early game Storm in Haven and Forest, you have powerful mid and late game Storm in Haven and Dragon. Fucking everybody has Storm right now. And here I am trying to play a Path to Purgatory Shadow deck. At least Agnes is getting nerfed. Oh, did they announce the nerfs? I've been cut off from society when it comes to card games for the past, like, week and a half, 2 weeks. Here's hoping I can get some good vials out of the deal. Alright, Alright, just so we don't have any dead air here, I'm just gonna play like 1 or 2 more games before we switch over to Arena. She's becoming an 8 play.34. Good. I'm glad. I'm not going to play a deck that's even remotely capable of winning on ladder, so we're going to do unranked. I really like this Path of Purgatory deck. I want to mess around with it a little bit and see about changing a couple of cards out. Just so Inquisition's aware, I've been drinking. This is very much a tipsy stream. Same play point reduction. I feel like that's a fair nerf. Are they buffing any cards at Unlimited? They've been doing that a lot recently for the past couple of expansions. I'm gonna hold on to Ghoul. People are weird when it comes to that kind of stuff, Aerith. Like, I get you gotta protect kids, it's important. But also, like, I'm pretty sure studies have shown that having access to, like, illustrations prevents those kind of people from going out and committing actual harmful crimes. So I imagine it's more harmful than good to restrict that kind of stuff, but I don't know, I'm not a sociologist. I am a mildly drunk person with lots of opinion about anime culture, and that's all I have to go on. On Megaman, I have a very large figurine of Megaman over here. She is my favorite character in Konosuba. I would love to stop this before it becomes a real problem, but I don't think we have the power to do that right now. But I will draw some cards. One of your volunteers for work tomorrow texts you saying they can't make it because of jury duty. They should have known about that well in advance, so should probably still be angry about it. I have a small Toho figure. Let's see, I have Megaman, I have Shinobu from the Monogatari series, I have Kenji from Persona 4, I have one of the Masaka clones from a certain scientific railgun, I have the best character from... Oh my god, my brain's shutting down here. From Lucky Star, I have Gintama on my bookshelf over there. I of course have it's not an anime figurine, but I do have one of the werewolf Nazis from one of my favorite movies, An American Werewolf in London. You know what? I'm gonna take the damage in favor of having a lot of cards. You would buy some enemy stuff, you have no cash. So all of my figurines I got when I was in Japan, and I was able to pay for them because I had people that wanted stuff from Japan but didn't want to pay import fees that would give me money to buy their figurines, and I would always find them for significantly reduced prices. And they told me, like, here's how much money I want for the figurine, anything that's left over is mine. It's like the service fee for me finding it. So I was able to fund most of these by finding rare and hard to find, like, one friend really likes Digimon, and I got all of the various Digimon pocket pets, like, based off of, like, Tamagotchis, but Digimon. And they gave me a lot of money for those because they are hard to find, and I found a dude that was giving them away. So I went figurine crazy that time. It was awesome. Let's see. Can I get something better? Not so much. And as everyone knows, my trips to Japan were free trips because my friend was going anyway and he paid for my plane ticket out of his company's like funds for his business expenses, so it was basically free figurines for me. Alright, let's catch up on chat here. Hey, Katase, how's it going? You thought I would like to know that they added spider ladies as summonal minions in Aratus? We are going back into Aratus. I still wanted to get more into that game, now I have a good reason. What else we got going on here? So very excited for Spider Women in Aratus. And of course Krios is giving his breakdown of the best monster girls, which is almost right. Slime girls are great. Spider Women are number one for me. No better monster girl than Celti rather. Good choice. Still, it's all about Arachne. Was hanging above my head right now. My god, this is the weebiest we've ever been on stream. I'm not even paying attention to the fucking game we're playing right now. Well, this is over. They just win. Let's try again, but this time paying slightly more attention. Spider girls are number one for me. This is such a terrible conversation. Rip has no contribution to where this conversation is going. Monster girls are like my weakness, so I always get weird about it. How would one have relations with a spider girl? Well, the internet has lots of answers to that question. You just do a quick Google search, you will quickly find out. I'd just like to again, just broad across the wall apology for tonight's subject matter. We have been truly on the helpless side of anime fandom right now. Alright, Pathfinder is a great 2-drop. It's my favorite card to have for my first play, because he's useless later on. Thank you so much for the follow, Inquisition. Welcome to the Shake the Box family. I don't know how I feel about this conversation luring you in, but happy to have you. What we can all agree on is all of these various character types are great in their own way. No! I wanted to play Desert Pathfinder. You saw me trying to put him back and then I slipped. That's alright. Poor Rip, who, if I recall, is not much for anime, definitely doesn't know what the fuck is going on right now. You can, Aerith. Cat girls are fine. Like, I tend to like more on the less human side, so I rather like spider ladies, slime people, Lamia, so on and so forth. The cat girls are fine. Just because it's a fairly standard choice doesn't mean it's a bad choice. In other news, I am currently caught up on the Watchmen TV show. It's very good. We're gonna try and dig for a 2-drop that I can evolve without wasting this man right here. And as I mentioned earlier, I saw... I really want to absorb 3 more damage. Or should I just go ahead and evolve him? I'd rather use him as a free evolve, but you could evolve that guy for 5 damage and it's gonna be a problem. Fine, whatever, he'll still have his death rattle. Forgot to take it off when he went downtown. So you're just wandering around with some cat ears the whole day? I mean, I gotta say, I rather enjoy the anime-centric conversation. I usually don't get to have these conversations as often as I often like. Alright, I'm not gonna waste another evolve, but I will plan for the future. We need to destroy one more for this to get its full effect. Perfect. We can do that easy peasy. Of course no one tells you. That would ruin the fun. Yeah, it's worth our while, I think. Now Iridium Magna is a real nice play next turn.
Hirameki.
20 shadows, we're very close to where we need to be. By turn 9, when we play Cascade, we'll be set. Oni are underappreciated. Krios, have you seen Yozakura Quartet? Yes, that has some great Oni characters. Pretty Magna is great. Alright, Aerith has mentioned that Yozakura Quartet is one of his favorite anime. It's fantastic. It's a great anime. Some fantastic animation in that show. I really like. Like super smooth, buttery smooth animation. Kota's best girl? I don't even think I could pick a best character in that show. They're all so goddamn good. Like, they're legit good characters. I'll do some digging here. One of your wallpapers is? One of mine is as well. My wallpapers just cycle through different anime characters. Yeah, Mortal Elephant. In retrospect, I shouldn't have done that order. I should have saved the 0-drop Creatree for after this trade. Whatever, next turn is Special Cascade anyway. My wallpapers are 99% anime and 1% video game. Like I have some Dark Souls and Dark Souls and Bloodborne wallpapers mixed in there. Your static images. I mean, mine are static images right up until it changes to another static image. Oh god, I don't think he doesn't have enough to do it. We're good. Oh my god, Sam and Max, Aerith. Single best dog and Legomorph combination in the world, Sam and Max. There's no way. Oh my god. I could have won had I evolved one of my earlier face hits, and that's gonna haunt me. Sam & Max was your first video game? That is such an awesome first video game to have. I love Sam & Max. I love the cartoon. I love the original game, Sam & Max Hit the Road. And I would say the Telltale series is pretty good. Like, it's not on the level of Interstate, Sam Max Hit the Road, rather. But it's close. Like, they're close. Wallpapers for old memes you enjoy, and some cool Last End Banner and Sword Art Online fan art. Nice. The first game was Pitfall. My first, like, video game ever was Marble Madness on my grandfather on my father's side's Commodore 64. That was my first video game experience. And then, of course, like, the NES came out the same year I was born, so I ended up playing a lot of those games as well, like OG Mario, A Boy Is Blob, Wrecking Crew. First console game was a Lego Star Wars game on the Wii. My first console game was, again, like, Mario, like OG Mario. As a 9 million year old person, which translates roughly to 33 years old, I was playing the old-timey video games. Not quite the first wave, you know. I wasn't playing any Atari stuff or anything like that, but... Good, Radio Magna. Now I just need to kill 3 trees. Good memories. I love nostalgia for like early games you played is one of my favorite emotions you could have. Crash on the Game Boy Advance. You know what? No. Not worth it. Really, Aerith, that's a very nice wallpaper you're describing. If you were to put that wallpaper in the Discord under Show Me What You Got box or somewhere like that, I would happily steal that from you, because I do enjoy Ju 2. Second season was a little bit weak, but first season is one of my favorites. I'm a sucker for like cute romance anime. Like slice of life is certainly my favorite genre, but adorable, awkward romance is certainly high up there. Which is why I really like, hold on. I'm terrible at names, especially while under the influence of alcohol here. What the hell is it called? The show where the girl teases the kid, and like they obviously have crushes on each other. That show is adorable. I mean, that's a different genre entirely there, Pandora. But I have seen all of that. Akatoro, that might be it. Hold on, I can find this out really easy. By going into the Mega Man hard drive, into the Dropbox folder, into the currently watching anime folder. Takagi-san. It is Takagi-san. Takagi-san. Nagatoro sounds very familiar though, hold on. I guess I should take my turn first, huh? Didn't quite get enough what I wanted out of this, but We'll set ourselves up here. Oh god, no, what have I done? That's the wrong button entirely. Ooh, close one. Oh! Nagatoro is the manga. Yes, that is adorable too. Another show I really enjoy isn't a romance, but I'm trying to remember the guy's name. It's the show about blank is always listless. That show is fantastic. One of my favorites. Well, I see no reason not to do this. Kinda spoils the surprise a little bit, but that's okay. Really rather prefer to destroy 2 more trees, but I don't think we have the chance. That sounds right. It's something like that, but that show is one of my all-time favorites. As someone that is always tired, it resonated with me on a personal level. What does the tree do? So the tree, it's just an amulet, sits on the table, does nothing on its own, but whenever it is destroyed, it draws a card for you. Might be a problem if you have a 2K plus. I do have a 4K monitor, but I am okay stretching a few or doing a Google image search to find a higher resolution version. So do not worry. There are cards that synergize with the tree, so if you have one in play, the card does extra effects. If a certain number of them have been destroyed, it'll do a certain effect. It's a very synergistic card, like it's built for synergies. Huh. Mean. Why not, right? Dream big. We're gonna be stormed down into oblivion soon, but I can destroy one more tree. We can have a nice big ward. God damn it. Really just need to generate shadows here. We need as many shadows as we can get. You have that one really weird Zombieland Saga eye catch. Which one's the weird eye catch? I watched all of that show. A few of them are weird. Huh, that's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Oh, okay, I got you. We're screwed. I can't make enough shadows in time. This has been rough in the shadow department. I fucked up pretty hard here. That's fine, whatever. Fuck-ups happen. What are we up to? 6? Not quite there. Alright. We can kill this parrot, and then I can Spectral Cascade. It's almost enough, but it looks like we're about to be stormed down by fairies. Oh. That's weird. That's really inconvenient, game. That's incredibly inconvenient. I need to kill these minions. Oh, fuck me. If I can kill anything, we're okay. You like trollish characters? They're fun. I mean, those are the characters that keep shows interesting and lighthearted, you know? Keep them peppy and fun. I don't know how I'm not dead yet. I really should have been obliterated by now. Maybe they're just not getting lucky and pulling their, guy who gives all their fairies Storm. So I assume that's what's going on. They've been hoarding their fairies for a while. Inaba is the best Kokoro Connect girl. I could agree to that. Kokoro Connect is an underrated show. I wish more people have seen it. I could do 18 damage next turn. Provided they let me kill just one more creature here. If they clear my board, that'll be even better. Oh yes, please. Oh yes, come on. Evolve it. Oh, that is beauteous. Alright, we gotta do the math just right here. Wait a minute. It's 29 shadows. It's gonna be 30 shadows. Having this come back is the problem. I did the order incorrect, unfortunately. Unless all followers, that's perfect. Amazing. Amazing. We did it. Oh my god. Bam. I mean, that episode is great. It's a great episode. It's the only scene any Doshin artist has ever seen. You're not wrong there. Alright, Rip, are you still alive? So if you're still here, I think it's time we do some arena. I have been meaning to check out this game for a while now. And having you here to guide me is the way I want to do it. You're mostly alive. I meant to stop doing Shadowverse like a half an hour ago, but I really like Shadowverse, even in a meta that I despise. I rather enjoy this game. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and close out a Shadowverse here. Enter the Magic the Gathering Arena Worlds. Said enter the Magic the Gathering Arena World. Oh, I was getting so worried. And I just gotta change the name here. What? I'm so confused. Hey Chris, could you do me a favor and do /marker? Is it gonna make me play against the bot? I did this on my laptop. Does it not have like cloud account based saving? Does it not know that I've already done this?
But first, you'll need to choose a deck.
I guess we're playing against a bot first, I guess. I'm sorry, guys. How long ago did I do it? Like a week ago? 2 weeks? Also, we need to make ourselves friends. And of course, for our new friend here, you don't have permission? Weird. I think they changed how stream markers work, and that's really annoying because I was only just starting to get into using stream markers. So I'm gonna have to relearn what their new system is. Anyway, for Inquisition, if you want to hang out with us when we're not streaming, hit up that Discord. Alright, rip. What's your name? Oh sure, Pandora, feel free to whisper me things. Or like direct message me in Discord. What's my name? My name is spleen_machine #86722. I hate, like, fucking Blizzard does this as well with Battle.net, where it's like, choose a username. Alright, here's a bunch of fucking numbers we're gonna attach at the end. It's like, why? I don't understand. Alright, I have not played this deck before. It's a brand new deck that they gave me. Obviously, I chose Jace. Is that a standard deck? It should be. It was given out as part of a Twitch Prime, so I figured I'll check it out tonight. Oh, there's no underscore, it's just spleen space machine. #86722. Soren's your planeswalker? A fine choice. I rather enjoy Chase's like storyline, but I like Chandra's as well. I think Chandra has a nice one. I'll lower the volume a little bit for Arena, I think. Out here. Alright. Ooh. You know what? It's a little bit mana heavy. I have low-cost cards that I can play with it. I'm gonna keep it. I usually don't like holding on to 4 mana, like 3, but I think 4 is fine. And he's re-undead, so you're happy? Nice. You're gonna minimize so you don't see my cards? That's fine. As you can see, I planned ahead. Put my camera over here so we can see this adorable little cat thing or whatever the fuck it is. Profane Insight. I'll play this 1/1. It's a fiery cat bat. Alright, are you a pure blue or are you doing a combination of colors here? God damn it, I hate games that don't know to keep the music playing. Just want to change the game to be Magic the Gathering. Come on. Fuck category is it under? Oh right, this game goes in phases, right? Alright. It's been a while since I've played. Please forgive the lack of sound as I try and update the goddamn game. Magic. You know what? I think it's just... Nope. My microphone is really making this hard on me. colon. Fine, I guess it's just gonna be Magic the Gathering for a moment. Stream deck current deck list. Yeah, I'll take a look at that extension later. Apparently there's a deck list extension for Twitch for this game. So that could be interesting. Oh, what am I doing? It's a lag. I just got very excited. I check my Discord real quick. I see you're using Ultimate Noob's meme format there. Very good. I mean, I karate chop my mic all the time. It's several colors, nice. Favorite colors are white and black, though you think blue is the strongest color. I don't know if blue is necessarily the strongest color, but it always feels that way because of how many, like, control elements it has. Like, Counterspell is such a powerful feeling thing to have done to you. Target opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it, that player discards that card. Survey 1. I'll allow it. My favorite color combination is black-green. I love black-green. Golgari all the way. Second favorite is Demir, black-blue. Where I was talking about Spider-Girls earlier today. I noticed. Nice work. Like most color combinations. I'm not a huge fan of, like, mono white, but that's about it. I'm slightly confused. Here we go. Turn order can be a little bit odd sometimes. I have nothing to do except attack. But soon I'll have my eternal edgelord. It's a very appropriate meme you had there in the Discord. Right opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from the player's graveyard or hand and exile it. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. Well, that's gonna be sad for me, and I have nothing to stop that. You teach someone how to play, you give them green decks. I think green's the easiest one to learn from. I think that's a smart choice. Yeah, I figured that was the card I was gonna be losing. Hey, speak of the devil. Got some good Demir. But I'd rather, get my Sky Lord out there. Like, green is relatively simple. I think that's a good one. Red might also be a nice learning deck. Really like the idea behind white and black. Your main deck is a white-black human deck. From Innistrad, I love Innistrad. My favorite Innistrad deck is a red-black vampire deck. It's a very fun deck. When you first started Magic the Gathering, white was the only color with flyers, and green was the only color with reach as far as you could tell. Green still has a quasi-monopoly on reach. It certainly has a lot more reach than others. That's cool. I didn't want any of those cards anyway. I started playing Magic back before they changed the borders on the cards. Back when they had sharp edges and not these rounded edges. Oh, sweet lord.
Will be mine.
That's a problem. Exile a card in your hand or a permanent you control.
My intellect is without limit.
Yeah, that could be a problem. You have a card that's older than you are? Jeez, what card? Some of those older cards are worth quite a bit, like stuff from like Ice Age and earlier go for quite a pretty penny on the internet. Alright, the problem is a planeswalker. It's hard to destroy. Ooh, that was a surround sound. Fly sound. That was interesting. You're asking Noob for more memes of me? I'm sure he will happily oblige you. It's an island, but it has sentimental values. I think that's fair, from Revised. Does it have a white border or a black border? The trick is you gotta find some of the mixed type lands from back then, because those go for like $100 plus. Like, I sold all of my old dual lands from the earlier sets. Draw a card for each opponent exiled, that's fine. I can't do anything to stop that. Unless it lets me murder it.
Witness a mote of my power.
I clicked on that without paying attention. That was not the thing I was going to do. But, you know, it's probably for the best. All of your lightning bolt have the Sea Rush art. Nice. I was playing Magic before I even knew how to play Magic. That's my favorite part about it. Like, as a kid, I just wanted them because they were called Magic. Oh, can I not use its ability because it's summoning sick? Probably. I would like to end the turn now. Go away. There we go. That's all I want. Magic is wonderful. I agree. Like, as a kid, I got into it just because I thought the name was cool, and then I liked the art. And then I built a sliver deck because I had a sliver queen. And as a child, Aliens and Alien were my favorite movies. And I had no one to play with. And my favorite memory is I brought all of my Magic cards and my Pokemon cards to school in middle school. And someone stole my binder of all my cards. And then I found my binder with all the Magic cards still in there, but the Pokemon cards were stolen. And the joke, of course, was very much on them, because those Magic cards went on to be worth quite a bit of money.
My
Pokemon cards
are never ending.
Garbage, worth nothing. I wish I had that card. That'd be really useful for me right now. They ditched that early on in Fusion Monsters. That's not terribly helpful. Oh. That's what we'll do there. I like that it gives the opponent time to react. They have to because of instants. Like, you could tell this game was made before computer card games because they have things that you can do on your opponent's turn. All card games that were made for the computer were like, that's too complicated. Let's not even bother with it. Which is why I like Hearthstone. The closest you have to that are secrets. And those are like things that happen when your opponent does a thing. Reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it, and that player discards that card. I'll go ahead and play an instant in response to that. Some creatures would 100% win the second they hit the board. Oh, for sure. Boy, you are killing me here.
I outsmarted you eons ago.
Oh
Chandra, the immolation sensation.
no. It's getting kinda grim. Yu-Gi-Oh! Lets you play the game without a brain. If you just want to hit smash face
Get out of my way.
with a beatdown deck, you can.
Or, you know,
You could still do that in Magic. You can zug to the face all you want. Well, at the very least I don't have to worry about creatures anymore. Each opponent who doesn't control a legendary creature or planeswalker loses the game. Oh no, I knew this was coming. Like, it became very obvious what was happening here, and I have no way to stop it. I could have been attacking Nicole Bolas, but it would have just slowed things down. I guess I should have. I should have been playing the long game. Anyway, feel free to end my suffering.
You are over.
Obviously, I require a rematch. As a cool sound effect, I really like that they gave the Planeswalkers, like, voice lines that they speak. For people that have been playing Magic the Gathering for a while, like, Nicole Bolas, like, he's been a pretty imposing force for a while, so it's cool that he has voice lines.
But
Same thing with,
first,
like,
you'll need to
Jace and
choose a deck.
Chandra, like, these are characters that have been around for ages. You have a ninja deck and paper. Hey, anyone that wants to play Magic the Gathering, come on in. I love playing with people in chat more than I like playing with random strangers. I need to click on this. I'm just gonna stick with the Liliana deck because I wanna get to know it. I haven't even looked at the cards in the deck, by the way. You don't have Arena? It's a free-to-play game. I don't know if you have to be accepted into the beta, but a quick Google search for Magic the Gathering Arena, and I think anyone can get in right now. You've got Magic the Gathering Online and Cockatrice. You want to give Arena a try? It's a free-to-play experience right now. If you have Twitch Prime, they are giving away the Liliana deck I'm playing right now. I haven't played all that much of it, so I can't really say, like, is this game like a generous free-to-play experience or not. I don't have the knowledge there. I'm happy with this. Always been a modern guy. I tend to not play with many rules when I play in real life. We play by house rules here in the real world. Or at Shake the Box headquarters, I should say. Our house rules are you can do single card mulligans where it's like get rid of specific cards. We find that helps with the fact that you can be screwed by not having or having too much mana too often. Imagine being a part of the real world. I basically just have a world that is the people I live with, and that's about it. And then, like, when I visit home, I see one friend, Jimmy. He's like the only person I go to visit. And through him, I see other people. But I'm also happy to be a shut-in, so... yes, it's okay. Like, I'm a pretty low-key guy. I have very little energy. I like limited interactions. The Gleaming Overseer seems pretty nice. Let's try to understand this amass mechanic a little bit better. Oh, I really like the hexproof symbol on there. That's real nice. That's a nice animation. Modern is a good baseline. I can't remember the rules for Modern. Is that just anything after the art change? Like after the border change? And Legacy's like anything goes? Because we tend to be anything that has the border of rounded edges is good to go. We find that it's a little bit too restrictive and expensive to try and play standard in real life. But with constantly rotating out and having to buy cards. Most of the busted and trash cards are weeded out. One day I should go online and find out what stuff is supposed to not be in the experience. Modern is 8th edition up to 2003. Or I guess back to 2003. You prefer what's essentially modern? Yeah, I'm pretty much in the same boat. From time to time, for poofs and ha-has, we'll bust out, like, I brought a pile of my really old cards. Like back when legendaries were just... didn't even have, like, they were just beefy stats, they didn't even have, like, text on them. Back when legendaries were properly trash. Wait, 8th edition is... what edition are we on right now? I can't keep track sometimes. 2003, hold on. So you play with exclusively stuff from before 2004? Is that what you're saying? Oh, good night, Pandora. Sleep well. Have a very pleasant night.
Anyone need a match? No.
More
Too bad.
planeswalkers.
Mother Ludi always say, fight fire with fire.
Oh, you know it, Pandora. Sleep well, buddy. That's helpful. Alright, we could either bounce that back or... oh wait, no, I'm not paying attention right. Looks like we're gonna bounce that back. And then... make my zombie bigger. Oh yeah, no, I never play with anything that's like win on turn 3 or 2 or 1. None of that bullshit. My zombie, he was getting so big.
Living in a monastery full of
We
firebrands?
all hope that, Pandora. We all hope
It's
that.
awesome.
There you go, Pandora.
Study? Focus?
Just for
I
you.
just want to burn stuff already.
Your favorite character. She hangs above my head. I have a dragon hanging from my ceiling, and she hangs from the claws of the dragon. You have some decks that can win in turn 3, you never do. Oh, they almost never do. It's tough. It's tough to actually win on turn 2 or 3 or 1. I stopped playing with Patrick, Abe Clancy, when he made a fucking mirror deck that was unstoppable. I had to build a deck that was literally just a counter to his deck. It was only destroy artifacts, prevent artifacts from playing, weaken artifacts. It was a not fun to play deck, exclusively built to stop his not fun to play against mirror deck. Your ninja tech hopes to annoy the opponent out of the game. That's kind of my door to nothing this deck, because it's just a whole bunch of defenders. A lot of them are fog bank, you know, they don't take damage. It was anti-fact, yes. It was just a response to a problem. And in his defense, he built that deck because I was playing just history's most bullshit mill deck. Like, Demir introduced a couple of cards that had amazing mill synergies. There's a minion, cost 2, and for 3 mana, he has an ability that anytime a card enters the opponent's graveyard, they take 1 point of damage. So I could
These little guys are great!
activate his effects and then mill my opponent for like 20 cards, which is not too hard to do with a number of the cards in the mill deck. And then they just lose most of their health or all of their health in one go. Mind Crank and Guildmage, my god, those are... Well, Guildmage is the card that does the damage based on cards entering your graveyard. Mind Crank is one of the cards that I have in that deck, along with all of the other Demir Mill cards and Mill cards from a couple of sets before and a couple of sets after. I love Mill. Like, I know a lot of people hate Mill, but I really love Mill. I like alternate win conditions in card games quite a bit. Man, I'm doing it just because I don't have anything to do. Wait, do I have to choose a creature? Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, but I You know what? Cancel that. That was weird. Change my mind. Not gonna do that just yet. Mill when you lose 1 life, Guildmage lose life when you put a card in a graveyard. I might have been thinking of a different card than Mind Crank. Use that to beat some bullshit combo. I do have Mind Crank, especially now that you've told me exactly what it does, but I don't think it's in that deck. That's fine.
Don't worry.
Yeah, infinite combos are interesting. And do I really want to? No. Or, no, it's 2 damage. We'll take 2 damage. Yet a mill beater deck. I see 2 cards left in my hand, huh? There we go. This works a little bit better for me. The kind of MLB use that to boost yourself with Jace's Phantasm and Twisted Abomination. Very nice. Jace's Phantasm was a fun card when they printed that one. I really enjoyed when they did the return to, hold on. Return to Ravnica. Like, that set got me back into Magic. I hadn't played for years. And then when Return to Ravnica came out, I was all in that. I bought so many booster packs. I also shoplifted a lot of booster packs from Walmart. But also I was an unmedicated bipolar person who had various mania episodes, so that was one of my outlets. 10 of the cards costed 5. But I think the return to Ravnica might have been my favorite set in ages, and then they went back to fucking Innistrad, one of my favorite planes of all time. And then the Eldrazi set happened. It was like a greatest hits of all my favorite stuff, of course, without going back to Kamigawa, because they're cowards. They are cowards. They need to go back to Kamigawa, goddammit. I had a lot of Eldrazi decks that were kind of like that. You have to wait until like turn 5, 6, or 7 before you're a viable guy. Gatecrash is when you started playing for real. Gatecrash was the 3rd set in the Return to Ravnica, if I recall. It was a good time. I really enjoyed the whole Ravnica experience. My turn. Yay. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okie dokie. Deal 4 damage to target creature you gain life equal to damage dealt this way. So it's asking me to do a second effect. I'm just trying to make sure I do it right. Perfect. Oh my god. I need to be better about mana tapping in this game. That works though. Is Innistrad where Curse of Strahd takes place? I believe so. It was the second one, Gatecrash. Been collecting for years before, but there was no scene in your hometown. Yeah, I was collecting throughout high school. I tapered off in college, but then I tried to get back into it a little bit in college because I was running a club for geek activities called Excalibur, so it's kind of good to have that going on. Grim, good morning, Grim. How's it going? Curse of Strahd and Ravenloft? I mean, I'm not sure if I'm remembering Strahd correctly, but Ravenloft is Dungeons & Dragons and not Match of the Gathering. Alright, draw 3 cards, scry 3 first. Well, I do not care for any of these, so let's get 3 different cards. Well, Curse of Strahd is definitely Dungeons & Dragons now that I understand that we're talking about Ravenloft. So Innistrad is a plane in Magic the Gathering. Ravenloft is the setting for where Strahd is, so no Innistrad involved there. What is this? Beginning your upkeep, choose one that has been chosen. Your life total becomes 4. Discard your hand. Each opponent creates 5 2/2 blacks. We go with each opponent creates 5 2/2 black zombie tokens, please. That one seems to work best for my needs right now. I'll make that slightly less. Given that you do not have a hand, I think the appropriate thing to do here is press my advantage. Ravenloft is a very interesting setting, a bunch of worlds made to torment a single individual forever. No god, no hope. What I love about Ravenloft is it eventually turned into a role-playing last man standing tournament that lasts for about 8 hours. That happens at my alma mater called Deathfest, and it is one of my favorite things in the whole world. Yeah, Ravenloft is a fucked up place, that's certainly true. 2, 4, 6, 7 damage, huh? You have 1 card in hand. And unless that card's gonna do some crazy shit. Like, if it's destroy all untapped minions, that would be bad. That's not a red-black thing. Mr. Welsh's list? I have not. Had 1 card in hand, but I think we're okay. How do I? There we go. Good game. Well played, Rip. Well played. Welsh's fruit snacks? Yes, they definitely make fruit snacks. Is it anything like, you know what? Now we're gonna make a comparison. Tell me about Mr. Welsh's list. The whole point of that deck is to hit me with that enchantment. I got that impression. It's a very powerful enchantment. Like to review reward track. I see. If I fill this bar, get these rewards. It's a long-running blog post where a role player lists all of his stupid achievements as a list of things he's not allowed to. So that reminds me of 100 things that Sergeant Slippy's not allowed to do in the military, I believe it's called. It's a very popular format, and I really enjoy lists like that. If you have a link to it, post that in the Discord. I'd love to check it out. And yes, you can, Katase.
But
What
first,
is your name?
You'll need to choose a deck.
Is there any way for me to add friends in this goddamn game? Oh, they're friends? That's awesome. Alright, Katase, I need your username. And again, if there's a way for me to add friends, I would love to know it. That didn't work. It's 4, 1, 5. That is technically the friends list right there? Really? Okay. I imagine that's a feature they'll work on as the game goes forward. Mr. Welsh and Skippy are friends. That's awesome. I had no idea. I would not even describe that as a friends list, so yeah, I think terrible is the appropriate word for that. Oh, you wonder if it's case sensitive? It took a second or two for the first matchup with, my brain just shut down. Book lover. You said you'd pop in for your dying breath, and here you are. You didn't quite finish your last essay, but you got loads of work done, and you could turn in 2 of them, so good work. Good work, Buck. You think it's case sensitive? Alright, I'll amend it.
But first, you'll need to choose a deck.
Listen, you little sprite, leave me alone. We'll see if... Oh, that worked way faster. That guy... The art for your character looks a lot like the husband in the Watchmen TV show. I almost accidentally spoiled that entire show for you guys. I had to catch myself. You like hexproof? You know what? I like it. Not gonna mulligan. Oh my god. It's essentially a reprint of a different card I remember. Is also a 1/1 white human that when he dies it makes a 1/1. Oh, this makes a soldier. The other one makes a 1/1 spirit, Doom Traveler. I will accept your 1 damage. Good night, book lover. Enjoy your scant 4 hours of sleep. Thank you, Buck Lover. You're welcome. Thank you for existing. Sleep well. Oh yeah, Doom Traveler is very useful. And Helm says, 1. Can I base characters off of the Who's drummer Keith Moon to 1-man band is not an appropriate bard instrument. 3. There is no gnomish god of heavy artillery. 4. My 7th sea character, Boudreaux, is not Southern Montaigne. Not allowed to blow up my skill points on 1 point professional skills. Seems like a good list. Good night, book. You miss Innistrad? Innistrad is my 2nd favorite plane, and my 1st favorite strain is Ravnica, 3rd favorite's Kamigawa, 4th favorite is, Fuck. Again, my brain shuts down after a while. What the hell is it called? It's like the super grim dark plane with all the plagues. Yes, Phyrexia. New Phyrexia was also fine. Doom Traveler is a central card of your white-black human deck. Nice. I have a Planeswalker? That's so exciting. Now I just need 7 trillion mana and I can play it. Let's see. Get out of my way. Yes, do it. Good memory, Rip. I was trying to remember for next year. You review that list every other year and you're about to do it again? Hey, it's good to have things you like to return to. Almost there. You know what? You also like the idea of Eldrazi? I love the Eldrazi because they are vaguely Lovecraftian and inspired, like outside of time and space monstrosities that have really cool, like, background lore notes to them. The newer Eldrazi prints were a little bit disappointing, but I still enjoyed the set. I had fun with it. This 1/1's coming at me. Another... It's not really a set, but I really enjoyed... They haven't been reprinted for a while, I don't think, but... I'm trying to remember the name of the Seraphim. I think it's Seraphim, like the children of Lilith, but rebranded for Magic. Those cards were fucking freaky. I really enjoyed those as well. Wasn't nearly as interested in the newer Eldrazi stuff. Yeah, I was disappointed by the newer Eldrazi things. Like they kinda nerfed it a little bit.
Your corpse will make an excellent minion.
Synchronized panicking is not a proper battle plan. It is in Paranoia, the best game ever. I love Paranoia. Apparently the Paranoia role-playing game for the computer came out. It's on the Epic Game Store launcher, because of course, you know, they gotta gobble up those exclusives. I don't know how it's gonna play though, because the whole point of Paranoia is inter-party, like, betrayal and plotting and secrecy. I feel like that kind of goes out the window when you control all the characters involved. Well, that was mean.
They were a lousy servant anyway.
Both thought that it was neat and hated that they made Emrakul a 13/13 for that one. Can't remember the name of the set. I'm trying to remember the name of the set. I think it was Return to Zendikar. Like, Zendikar is the plane the Eldrazi are trapped on, and I think Zendikar is in the title of the recent set for it. Yeah, like, the initial print of the Eldrazi was ridiculous stuff. I thought the return a little bit disappointing. Krios, you monster, you figured out that I forgot about it. How dare you? How dare you? I figured that maybe I was safe tonight. I also have a deck built around mini Eldrazi. Jesus Christ, this Cruel Celebrant is rough stuff. Hard to deal with that guy. fun to like super ramp into Emrakul. Yes, agreed. What we got here? Yeah, I think we're looking for something a little more interesting than that. There's already 3 points you do in every game you play. Good. Yeah, no, that would just win the game for them.
Good help is easy to find in war.
This is like the one game I've played tonight where I really need murder to get rid of these Krill Celebrants, and I am not getting murder at all. Like, without getting rid of those Krill Celebrants, the game is already over. So I might as well accept my defeat with grace and dignity. And here comes the death. I like that tech quite a bit. That Krill Celebrant engine is really fun. And thanks to Magic's, assign blockers, assign attacker system, without destroy target creature, I have no way to deal with it, and that's fun. I like it. I didn't see any of the silly cards. Hey, let's have a rematch and see if we can get those silly cards. I'm still trying to find out what other cards I have in this deck.
But first, you'll need to choose a deck.
This little sprite's gonna drive me insane. There we go. Definitely gonna hold on to that now. Ooh, now that is interesting. I didn't see that last time. I imagine there's a number of relatively powerful one-offs in this because it was given out. So, step one is try and improve this deck by getting additional copies of some of the better cards in it. You know what game we should really play is Artifact. There's like 4 people playing that game. I could become one of the best players in the world if I try moderately hard. I'm gonna keep this. My hope is for this card game that we have a nice reprint of some of the Ravnica stuff so I can get my Corpse Jack and Bioshift back. Gotta wake up 7, so you're gonna go to sleep. Don't worry about it, Chris. Sleep well and I'll see you tomorrow, buddy. 75 and 5 rules you follow. They have added some of the historic cards. Oh really? They've been adding in some of the more prominent cards from Magic history. I would love to see more. I mean, this game has quite the rich history of cards. Corpse Jack was really fun because anytime a +1/+1 counter is placed on a minion you control, you double those counters. And of course, if you have multiple Corpse Jacks, it exponentially increases, so you double and then double what was doubled, and double what was doubled, what was doubled, and then double what was doubled, was doubled, so you can get ridiculous results. And then Bioshift was a 1-cost spell that lets you move any number of +1/+1 counters onto another creature. So for 1 mana you can just double or quadruple or fucking multiple of 16 every +1/+1 counter you're working with. It was amazing. I loved it so much. Good night, Earth. Everyone usually peters out around 4, and the stream ends around 4:20, so it all works out. Sleep well, buddy. Have a good night. I do like this concept of amassing zombies. I might have preferred it if it was, choose to either make it a +1/+1 addition or make a new zombie. But that might have been a little bit too powerful, because weenie decks are powerful because there's a million goddamn weenies. I keep on thinking we're playing Judgment for a split second, and I need to look for the cat because I hear this mewing over there. That sounds pretty goddamn good to me. Alright, I'm pretty sure the key to this deck is getting Dreadhorde Invasion in your opening hand. Like, this is the real deal right here. For reasons that are going to become very, very apparent in a moment. No. I've learned my lesson. No more of that. It was going to become apparent, not anymore. I had to put that on hold for a moment. So step 1 to making this deck better is I need to make myself several more copies of Dreadhorde Invasion. I really think that's going to be the backbone of the deck. I don't really know if Liliana is terribly worth additional copies, to be honest. Oh my goodness, Miss Ginge. How's it going? How was your stream, Miss Ginge? Welcome to the late night Wispy Tipsy stream. I'm glad you showed up now and not earlier when I was perhaps a little bit too tipsy. You're here for the somewhat sober tail end of things. I saw you were playing Death Stranding. Did you have fun? Oh no, is Katase disconnecting here? Oh, I saw this light up. I think they're okay. You raged out on Death Stranding? Excuse me, tell me all about it. Tried to order the creatures. Any order's fine there for the second. We are currently playing Magic the Gathering Arena with a chat, so anyone that just joined us, if you want to play, just give me your username and we'll play some matches. That's what I'm talking about. Went to the damn farm, you had your little train tied behind you, and those meanies ran it over. Oh, the little floaty guy. Yeah, no, the jerks, I don't remember their name any minute now. The mules are really big on running that over. proper name is Meanies, to be fair. I love this little kitty over here. Look at him, he's so adorable. I am so sorry, Katase. This has gotten out of hand so fast. Give me my 30th. I was supposed to have 32 health. I get the impression you had a real bad opening hand, which you told me. But it seems like things went downhill from there. Would you like a rematch?
But first, you'll need to choose a
Stop
deck.
talking to me, little blue thing. If it's your birthday and you play the game, you get a special cutscene and all the Sams wish you a happy birthday. Is it your birthday? Not only did you have a really bad opening hand, but then chat and your internet decided that no, we're not going to win this one. That is sad. I'm sorry that happened. It's your birthday? Happy birthday, Miss Ginge. I hope you have the best birthday. Oh, don't worry about it. We'll go one more. And, well, we're getting close to the end of the stream anyway, so don't worry much about it. I could always resume playing with Rip. Or again, if anyone else wants to play some Magic. I'll try and, like, go through all the stupids. So you just installed this on your computer nonsense, so we don't have to listen to the goddamn sprite talk anymore. To challenge me with the dog deck, I have to make some new decks. Like, I just have this Liliana deck. I hate mulliganing in Magic. Like, I don't want to have 6 cards. I really think they should change the mulligan for Magic Arena. None of your decks are allowed in Standard anymore. That's the plan, Rip. Like, now that I'm not playing Hearthstone, because Blizzard's just a big ol' meaty pants company, I'll try and get more into Arena. I'll replace Hearthstone with Magic. Obviously what I should have done was played a goddamn island with a sailor, but here we are. Earn some quests, get some packs. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and improve this deck. I think that's a decent starting point, and I like black-blue. They are, Miss Ginge. I'm very disappointed with the direction that company has taken in the recent memory. But in the world of good news, did you see the trailer for Resident Evil 3 Make? Very excited for Resident Evil 3 Make. And I will never stop calling it 3 Make. Would stop playing Blizzard games, but you pre-purchased the World of Warcraft 3 remake before they got really awful. I mean, you know, you did it, so. And also, Warcraft 3 is one of the best games they've ever made, so I can't blame you. Yep, same. I don't plan on giving them money anymore. They've lost me as a customer, which I'm sure will impact their giant money coffers. Not at all, but it's really for, like, myself. Like, I don't want to think that I'm supporting that kind of company anymore. You gotta do what you have to do in this world to feel less crappy, you know? Oh yeah, very excited for the 3 make. And they're bundling in their 4-player multiplayer game with it, so I'm no longer mad that they're doing that as opposed to 3, because now it's all one game. I need the 3 make as well. Hey, it's April 3rd that comes out. Animal Crossing for the Switch comes out March 20th. Traditionally I don't like spring, but I gotta say, spring's looking really nice. day before your husband's birthday, so it's the perfect gift from him to you. That's the joy of marriage, or just having a significant other. I'm also hopeful for Vampire the Masquerade 2. I mean, Vampire the Masquerade, one of the weirdest, quirkiest, and most fun Western role-playing games in memory. My only concern is the trailer for it showed not too much, but it showed more than the werewolf game that they're developing. That was like the weirdest non-trailer I've ever seen. Fingers crossed, you know?
This isn't your average zombie horde. Impressive, isn't it?
You monster. What did Liliana
Rise
ever do
and
to you?
shine.
She still had her dialogue though, that's cute. Liliana was innocent in all of this, you didn't have to exile her. She just wanted to make a zombie army. Ooh. Yes, Nicole Bolas again, he's back. Well, it's never gonna get better than doing it now, I guess. Oh, I also think I have this one. I can get my card that gives all of my zombies flying. Meow. There you go, you gotta believe in the heart of the cards. Did blow up my very large zombie, so that's good for you, bad for me. Try and make my zombie bigger. Use a deck full of dead things. Things that want to die. The heart of the cards has no beat. Has no heartbeat. I mean, I am in a pretty happy place right here. And I'm not gonna lose that much health from this blocking setup either. I accept it. I accept the damage. Here comes my zombie horde. Jay says good game, and I say it too. Good game. Starting to understand this deck a little bit better. I like the amass mechanic. I do think I'm going to work on this deck a little. So I could probably make this one work out pretty good. Your deck is weak to flying cards and it's very feast or famine. I got that impression. Like last time you managed to get your engine going, so every time a minion died I was losing like 4 hit points at a time. That was really good. It seems like if you don't get that rolling and I get flying minions out, you'd have not too much you got going on. Oh yeah, let's go. I'll happily play you again.
You'll need to choose a deck.
I don't know if anyone else is looking to play right now. Unless Rip wants in. One card you have makes me sacrifice a creature and you draw cards, or I draw the cards. You draw the cards. Sounds like a good one. I sacrifice, you draw. Not bad. What if they like are making sure you get a certain amount of mana? You know, play just like the art and the cards? Yeah, that's fine. Trust me, they're not. I've just gotten lucky. I've always had 3 or 4 mana here. And it gives you the mana to reanimate a skeleton. I gotta stick with this. Yeah, Magic the Gathering tends to have very good art. I like the art on Magic the Gathering cards, and obviously I like the art on Shadowverse cards, but that's because I'm, you know, a huge, stupid anime nerd. Shadowverse still has my favorites voice lines in the card game. Like, every card has multiple attack audio recordings, on play audio recordings, on death audio recordings, evolve audio recordings. Like, there's so many voice lines in there. I love it. It's incredible. Flying lifelink. Oh boy. Yeah, I think Magic the Gathering is the best when it comes to flavor text, because the flavor text is integrated into, like, the story of the game world they've been building over the course of, like, I got almost 30 years. Like, they've really been going for it. I would like to get some flying units soon, I think. Like, I know we're not going to be playing Hearthstone anymore. I did enjoy... Hearthstone felt very poppy. Like, it was a very loosey-goosey, like, random, easy to jump into, fun time. I did like that element of that game, and a few other card games have really caught the eclectic energy of that one. I know people hated it competitively for those very reasons, but I do wish there was another card game that had that kind of energy to it. But I think no one's ever gonna come close to the artwork that Magic the Gathering manages. The competitive side of Hearthstone ruined a lot of fun cards. 1,000,000% agree. N'Zoth... Not N'Zoth, God, I'm forgetting the name of it. The card that would, play a random... Yogg-Saron got nerfed into oblivion because people are like, oh, it's ruining competitive play. Yeah, that's a blue-white deck right there, alright. Man, where are all of my flying minions? You're a monster? This is why people don't like blue decks. Says the guy who plays blue decks all the time. He had so much fun with Yogg, and then it was nerfed because higher players complained about it. it made me just as sad as you. That was like the turning point for me with Hearthstone. I was like super into it, and then when that nerf happened, I just kind of died a little bit inside, and that's when I started tapering off in my playtime. Because I used to like play until I couldn't get gold anymore in a day, and I was really big on like crafting all these things and really getting into it, and I didn't feel like it was worthwhile anymore. It broke my heart. Oh my god, I only just looked up and noticed you played a 4-4 at some point. That fucking cat meowing is gonna keep on making me think I'm getting alerts. It sounds like my alert sound, and it sounds like the cat from Judgment. Got a case of the brandy burps right now. Sphinx of Foresight. Isn't that a familiar looking card? That's what I thought. Yeah, that was my favorite set, and I don't think any set came close after that. For a split second, I thought that I said Black Lotus. I was like, no fucking way. Alright. Got you to play that counter and use your blue mana. Whispers was the peak of Hearthstone for me. I liked Ice Crown. I liked a lot of sets, but I didn't love any sets except for Whispers of the Old Gods. Like, I loved that set. And then like after that we kept on getting sets that had just the most horrendous problems that took forever to fix. It's like, here's a new set. Oh, that's fun. Pirate Warrior is like win on turn 5. And it's gonna take 5 months before they nerf Pirate Warrior. That's gonna be a fun time for everybody. Streets was awful for ranked play and for fun, yes. Yes, it was. And all the fun cards in that were like unplayably slow. Like, again, I love a lot of elements of Hearthstone, but Blizzard's design philosophy has always been one that wasn't fast enough to alleviate problems until it just became a joke how long problems lasted for. Good lord. That was brutal. Alright, that's a problem. Four, 5, 6. No, we do need to have something that can block flyers here. After a while, Hearthstone just became a game of, can you make the same deck as your opponent? Because otherwise, you lose. There were so many expansions where it was just one deck that was the meta, instead of like 4 or 5 decks. Yep. Make a deck that beats the meta but loses everything else, and then, by some strange happenstance, the only decks you ever find in ranked are the other decks. It was incredible. I probably should have attacked with my 3/3. Ooh, that is a cool animation. I like that. There's one card that can save me, and I'm pretty sure there's one copy of it in this deck. Well, I think we're just dead. We can only block 2 things. Oh, I can only block 1 thing? Hey, this says zombie. Oh, it's zombie tokens. Never mind, it's over. Well played, Katase. After this, you play one more? Alright, Rip, let's play one more game, and that'll be the last game of the night. GG indeed, Katase. Now that I know that multiple people in chat play this game, which I already knew, basically I'm just going to reiterate what I already said before. I want to play more of this game going forward, especially for the late night Whisper stream, and occasionally daytime streams when I'm looking to play some cards.
You'll need to choose
No,
a deck.
shut up. Alright, let's do this. Wait a minute, I'm waiting. Wait. No, I'm supposed to be...
First, you'll need to choose a deck.
Can you play with friends requests? I don't know. I can't answer that question. Sorry, Rip. I saw wait a minute and I instinctively canceled the match. Oh, maybe you can do quests with players then. That'd be great for me. I would love to do quests with chat. Why don't you play music when I click out of the window? So annoying. Wish they would change the mulligan system for this game, though. Or at the very least, like, give one free mulligan. Alright, my goal is going to be put together some decks. Ideally, have every color represented at least in one deck or so. Have one deck that's gonna be my primary. Likely gonna focus on this one. So I do like this amass mechanic. I feel like I can take this in some fun directions. And it feels good to play Magic again. I grew up on this game. I should really have been playing more of this over time. Now let's push our advantage. We have the board, we should continue to develop the board. One more swap here. Oh, this is guild-related cards, including nice little sense pop. is one of the sets that's currently part of Standard a Ravnica set? Do they go back to Ravnica again? I've been out of touch with the Magic world for a few years now. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Ravnica Standard? Well, like a newer version, because Corpse Jack is from the other Ravnica experience. I'm gonna have to sit down and, like, learn a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with this problem soon. Poor Corpse Jack, best card ever. Deserves to be here. Now, is it always this cat over here, or are there like other things that could be here? That's the most important question on my mind. Oh, you earned the cat. I see. Interesting. Does that mean I could have a creature somewhere on the boards? The way I look at it, Rip, is instead of putting money into the physical version, if you want to play this game, feel free to put money into it. Like, it's kind of like actual Magic sometimes. As a broke person, I'm going to try my best not to put money into it. But I do not... Like, I don't judge people for putting money into games they like. You've bought too many things recently. I mean, it's fucking holiday shopping season. It's the worst time of the year. So I feel your pain. I have also spent more money than I would like. Hey, D&D books are a necessity. I spent roughly $100 on Christmas presents for my family, which hurt. And I still have to finish making one of them. I'm going to make a Christmas ornament. I have resin and molds, and I feel like that'll be a nice heartfelt gift.
For me.
Not quite that one.
Putrid, but effective.
You also got Salt Marsh and Eberron. I love the Eberron setting. I think it's a really fun setting. I have a very fond memory of, actually, No, you would never have run into Colin or Bina, but I played with him, Sam Campbell, and a bunch of other folks. One of my favorite D&D experiences. We hijacked one of the floating trains of the Eberron setting and destroyed the city that's held aloft by the magic crystals. All like an elaborate in-game, using the lore, train heist to destroy an actual city. It was one of the more impressive things I've ever done in a D&D game. No, it was in Eberron, thank you very much.
Want not.
Sounds like the person that was just riding on a train to then raid a reactor. I don't remember the name, but in the Eberron setting in the book, they describe an elitist city that's filled with all these floating citadels, and it's like super fancy pants and snooty. And Sam's character had like a huge grudge against these people, and he convinced us all to participate in a elaborate train heist to destroy the city. My character, meanwhile, was obsessed with grafting different parts onto his body. I can't remember the name of the class, but I was the class that can see eldritch things and gain knowledge from it. Can't remember the name of the class. Good times, though, good times. I am not ready to do it yet. Soon.
Smelly, but effective.
It seems like you're getting bad draws, yeah. Oh, that was the worst draw of all. Don't worry, Rip. I think we're gonna start with Magic Arena on Friday's Late Night Wispy, and we'll give it more time, and then we'll like end with a little bit of Shadowverse. We'll invert tonight's stream for the Friday stream. And ideally, by then, I'll have a little bit more going on in here. Maybe ideally some other decks to play with as well. The problem is, when I first started playing this game, if I recall, I had a little bit of a collection going, but they did a server wipe after they started implementing some changes. I don't know if that's actually true. If it's not true, then I have cards. Like, I had some mythics and legendaries that I crafted. And I should check my collection and see if they're still there. If they did do a wipe, then I do not have much of a collection. They did. I've been refunded the cost, so I probably have, like, you know, craftable things. I should be able to craft some cards. God, come on. There we go. Well played, Rip. And well played, Katase. Well played, everybody. Feels good to be back in card game land. Yeah, I'm gonna mess around with this. I'll come back with ideally more decks for Friday. We'll go nuts. And also I'll play so we can get past the stupid floating wisp that's yelling at me. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Weird hiccup there. I didn't know you were still awake, Miss Ginge. Oh, hey, I'll happily play more Magic the Gathering. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and raid Captain. Oh my god! Captain Cape blew up today. Usually he has like 20 people watching. He has 130 people. What is going on over there? I'm so excited to see what's happening over at Captain K's house. Anyway, the next stream is tomorrow. We're gonna do some Dragon's Dogma and some other stuff. I already forgot what the other stuff was. I'll remember tomorrow. Friday Late Night Whisper stream, we're gonna do more Magic Gathering Arena. we'll do a little more Shadowverse. And there will not be a stream on Sunday. There's not going to be a Sunday stream for a while because I'm going to be leaving for home and I'll be working on Sundays to make up for my time visiting family. But while I'm away, I might be streaming on Sunday. Well, we'll talk more about my holiday schedule as we get closer to the holiday experience. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. I love you. And I'll see you tomorrow and Friday and all those other days. And for those of you that want to watch some Zelda, Captain K is playing Zelda. And he's a good guy. Have a good night, everybody. Night, Miss Ginge. Maya. Good night, Rip. Good night, Katase. Good night, everybody. Sleep well. See you tomorrow.